on the TV. Like, you see what was once the commentators and then the host, it goes to your face, and then once it's your face, it's like go time, and you hear in your ear, go go go, and you just start talking. Like, it's actually fun because you don't really know what to expect, and neither do they. So it's very much so in the moment thing. So if you're good with things on the fly, which I feel like everyone on Spaces kind of is good with things on the fly, if you speak on here, it's just like 3, 2, 1, give your opinion, and then it's like, all right, you're done, and then they like comment back, and that's a wrap. They move to the next. It's pretty funny. I think they do a couple people per show.
That's crazy. So what was the topic today?
So today, it's funny because the byline looks so crazy because it says, Sophie something filed for divorce with Joe or something. There was like a whole scandal because my topic was Sophie and the Joe Jonas divorce. Because pretty much, I mean, we definitely don't need to be talking about this on Bad Tape, but long story short is, they're getting a divorce, and now she's trying to go to England and take the kids, which apparently was always the plan. But now that it's a divorce, they have to stay in the States. But she's now saying, "Oh, Joe is abducting our kids, because I can't take them to England, and their foreign country is the States." So, I mean, I looked up the definition of abduction, and it's taking someone to a foreign land, and these kids have never been to England. So it's pretty funny. It's all for the media.
That's crazy, man. See, I don't wish that on anyone, bro. To have to do that in life, period, is crazy difficult. But then to have to do it in the media's eye and discuss it, like, that's bananas, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's banana nut bread.
Banana nut bread to the fullest. That's ridiculous. But hey, I guess it's needed, man. Some people just thoroughly enjoy that type of entertainment, or they call that quote unquote entertainment, and they enjoy that. To see somebody's life spiral out of control and just sit around and read about it and discuss, that's mad wild, man. America's mad wild. But yo, that's what's up, man.
100%. The other topic that I kind of wanted to speak on, but they actually had a legitimate scientist come on, or something, to talk about this. So I got demoted from that one. But they were talking about this like giant asteroid that's been coming to Earth for like the past X amount of years, and it's supposedly supposed to hit Earth in like year 2180 something. And they sent a spacecraft up 7 years ago to like interfere with the asteroid itself. And what they did was, they moved it over a little, but they, more importantly, got like a huge piece of matter from it so they can do testing on it. And here's the crazy part. So they sent it up 7 years ago, and it comes back this week to Utah. So they'll be able to finally work on it 7 years later. I don't know. I mean, the guy that was on the show, he's like, I don't know how people don't trust science. They say we do nothing all day. Like, we're out here blocking giant asteroids from like hitting our Earth and whatnot. You just don't know it because we protected you all from doing it. So it was mad funny. But yeah, that was a cool one too.
So they legit had an Armageddon session 7 years ago that nobody ever knew about, and they coming back to Utah, of all places. That's crazy.
Could have been Ohio.
It should have been. What you mean could have? Utah? Come on, cuz. For what? You know what's wild about that story is not that all of that happened, but it's wild that you got pushed out of the way for a scientist to come up and talk about this shit. Like, you couldn't give them the news on what's happening with asteroids and shit in Utah. Like, that's crazy.
I'm cracking up. If that would have been me, I definitely would have like sidebarred into aliens, just because I would have been so excited to talk on live TV about aliens. But one day I'll get that call. One day.
The fact that you call aliens should be a topic of discussion within itself.
Anything with the letter A, you're gonna give me something for it.
Aliens. Them damn aliens is crazy. Utah is where they want to go, of all places, when they come to the Earth. Yo, let's head to Utah, cuz. You down? That's crazy.
Bombay. How do you say that word? What's good?
What word are we saying? Alien?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Yeah. Aliens. Shout out to the aliens, you know?
The aliens and the
They just like
aliens.
us, bro. Yeah, the aliens. The aliens are in the alley with the other allies.
That's a tongue twister.
How do you say allies then? If you say aliens,
Allies.
yep, that's it. That's
Was
congratulations.
that good or bad?
There you go.
That's the way. Bombay was good, bro. How you feeling, man?
All good, bro. Just middle of the work day over here, vibing, chilling. It's Friday, so happy Friday from this side. Um, and yeah, all is good, man. Just enjoying. It's a little rainy over here, so I'm posted up. All good, man. Everything is good, man. I can't complain. So
That's
we
what's up.
we're here, man. How's everything with y'all? All good?
It's
All
a
good? How's
it's
the
a beautiful
family?
day. It's a beautiful day.
Man,
Just had some regular family commotion happen, but it's a beautiful day overall. Every the present moment is definitely a gift, and I'm just staying in it as much as possible. Let me ask you a
yeah,
question.
commotion. Yeah, what's up?
I have I got these Vomeros, right? The same supersonic Vomeros that you have, right? And it's a size 15, and it's hard to get these shoes. It's hard to get the size. It's this dude who's trying to trade me those new Drake Nocta shoes, but the slime green ones.
Oh,
Should I do the trade?
so the glide, the do you like the glides better than the other ones?
I,
I like the glides better than the puffy thick ones.
yeah, they
Um,
big. They the big ones. I don't even know what they call, to be honest. But
the new ones, right?
yeah, the new ones that just
With like
came
the little
out.
bubble.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
those are better. Those are better. I haven't even I seen the slime ones, but are they selling those?
They're eyeball exclusive, meaning that you
Yeah, that
have to
might
go
have
to
to.
the basketball tournament to even
I
get
That
them.
told him
sounds
to
like a
do it.
move. That
I
sounds like a
said
Yeah,
move.
do it.
I say do it
Green
because
all
you
the
know what,
way.
bro? Like Dre, I can get those Vomeros for you in Japan. Like they selling them retail.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. So you might have to do it. Um,
yeah.
you
Nah.
wear the Vomero, but you don't wear the Vomeros though, right?
Well,
They're
I
like
got
this.
the Vomeros in my size. I wear a size 14, but I grabbed this 15
Oh,
on
you got the 15. Oh
a
yeah, swing
random
it,
restock last week.
swing
So
it. Swing
yeah,
it, bro. The glow in the dark on those are dope. Like I remember when I first got them, they weren't glowing, but then I was wearing them outside. Obviously, you need to hit let the sun hit the glow,
yeah,
and then I was like, I was in like inside, and like the light didn't go out. I was like, damn, he's like glowing on my feet. I was like, these
yeah.
are dope.
They stupid
Yeah.
fire, bro, and dumb comfortable. So I mean, I don't. All right, like I said, I got a pair, but it was just like I don't really, like I said, I don't really pay attention to shoes. I ain't really like them that much. The only reason I would get them is that the colorway is exclusive and it's hard to get. But I get them and then
Those would
sit on
look
them.
cool on you. I could see you wear them.
Yeah, I mean, I depending on how bright they are. If they like super bright, like the off white Volt Air Force Ones, I'll wear them. I like the dumb bright shit like that. So,
They're like, I wouldn't say bright, but they're just like so green that like I don't
hmm
know, it takes over
Bro,
whatever you
I'm
wear
not
with
gonna
them.
lie, dog. Like I seen you say the slimes, and I saw Pump joint come up. I was like, damn, bro. Like if Pump had the reptile fit with those joints on
yeah,
clone, like
that'd be
yeah,
nasty.
I was like, that would be nasty.
That would be nasty.
So
You inspired me, Dre. I shot my shot for a Nocta box after you sent me that picture. So
Oh, where?
yeah, I had to copy your swag real quick.
Let me know if it come through on the come through. That'll be fire.
Yeah, no, I like the clothes. They have like a capsule coming out, Bombay. I know Bombay fucks with it, so I know he saw it. But it's like leaves. You know that like
Yeah, I
old
saw
Kanye
those. I
vibe?
saw those today. The jacket and they got the pants. Them
Yeah.
pants are fire for real.
Stole that Supreme slash Kanye slash
Yeah,
2016 wave. I like it.
them shits are fire.
Yeah, so I sent a picture of that, and that was my slide through. Like, ooh,
Nah, yeah, I'm like, dude was like, add $40, man. I feel some type of way because they're so hard to get and these are eyeball exclusives and da 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 da. I was like, man,
he got them for free. So,
fuck them
because
shoes.
whoever got those shoes, pretty much at his concerts, he's been putting the QR codes outside of the arena.
Oh,
If you
word.
went to his show, and if you scan it and you catch it, you get a free gift, and the free gift has been those and a few of his other pairs, but mainly those.
Oh, that's
yo, you know
crazy.
what the dope? If
Yeah.
you guys ever get to one of those sneakers events, like is in in Tokyo they had like the Jordan like premiere right for the store, and then like you get the tickets through like Sneakers app. It was like a raffle to get the ticket, and
Yeah,
then
no, I know what
you
you're
got
talking
the
about,
ticket.
Bombay.
Yeah, it was so dope, right? So then you get the ticket through Sneakers app, and then when you're in, you scan the QR code from your Sneakers app, and then at the end of the event, they released the Travis Scott
Oh yeah, I
logo
remember
for
that.
the girls, but like
Yeah,
just for the people who scanned on the sneakers. So it was like it kind of felt like a token gated experience. But it was a Web 2 thing, right? And like I was like, damn, like is this like what like it's kind of felt like I was going on a quest, kind of like
that's fire.
it was like a token gated, and only if you got the scan you can get access to the sneakers drop. And I was like, damn, like I wonder if that is what it's gonna feel like going on a quest with the CIRLs. Like
Yeah,
you
of
get in, you
course.
scan
This
in, and
this is
then it's like
similar
that.
because it was Nocta. It wasn't Nike, but it was Nocta site that did it. And if you walked around, like if you stayed till the whole show and you walked out, every single venue so far, he's put like a projector of a QR code outside of the arena, and whoever scans it has been getting free
That's
shit.
dope. I see.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's like a story behind
That
it.
is
Like
dope.
imagine you go on a quest with your CIRLs,
Mm,
you scan
that
in,
too.
right?
It's
Yeah,
Right.
good
that's
You
dope.
check
promo
in.
too, because it's been slow movers. A lot of his stuff hasn't been selling, the Nocta stuff, so it's also a good way to onboard people. He's like, you know what? They
Yeah,
paid a bunch of money to come see me, so let me give them this, and at the same time, I get exposure. So
Do you think that's
I
how
need
the?
those shoes.
Sorry, go ahead. So
I just said I need those
see,
shoes. We all got neon green up here. We need them all.
this would
I
be a
asked for the red
Sophie.
pair.
These would definitely be a Sophie shoe. I can definitely see you wearing these shoes,
Mhm.
Sophie.
Catch Me SneakerCon 2024 debuting the CRL's V2 in those.
I had to ask for the red pair. I had to go the demon route. The
Nah, that'll be
line, I
fine.
can't look down. I don't know. The crazy green's a little
I
Does
like
nuts.
anybody
I
have a
like
pair
a
of
lot of
these?
shit.
Does anybody
Uh,
actually have a pair of these? Because like I was literally designing a pair because I was like talking to my partner and he's like,
well,
yeah, you
that's what we
have a pair
talking
for
about.
Drake. So I was like
yeah,
trying to figure
okay,
out
Dre.
like the
These
paneling
go
and shit like
hard,
that and
bro.
how it fits. And
Nah,
I
I
heard
haven't
they
He
seen
run
got
big.
anybody.
he just pinned it, bro. Dre just pinned it, bro. These are tough, dog.
I haven't seen anybody wearing them. I haven't seen a
Bro,
single
and they
person
got
wear
the
them.
they got the
That's what I'm
chrome bubble
saying.
too, bro.
yeah,
What?
I got to go find a pair. I got to deconstruct it real quick.
They run
But
half a size big.
think about it like this too. If they're this hard to get, these are eyeball exclusives.
Yep.
And nobody gives a fuck. Like you don't see them anywhere. You know what I mean? That's the whole point. It's not really a market behind anything for people to be even hype about this. So
Nah,
that
bro. Go look at GOAT. They're moving for like 800, 600. People are buying them.
let me
Bro, I
check
just
this
got the
out.
the Carhartt Gardner joints, the pants, right? Little like the loose fit ones, and I throw these on there. Yeah,
I know
that's a
which ones you're talking about. The ones with the little
yeah.
belt on the side that you could pull. The little.
No, it's like just
Oh
like
yeah,
the
they are.
classic, just like just regular old like the Carhartt old joints, but with the
The
loose fit,
cargos,
right?
right? Yeah.
Not yeah, but the loose fit with these green joints would be tough, bro.
Yeah,
I
the
like
green is
these.
The
crazy.
red ones are
The
fire though.
red ones are tough. Yeah, that's the
The
one I
red
want.
ones are fire. But think about it like this. You know what these get cues from? If y'all remember the Brett Favre that came out, that was the Air Zoom Turf back in like '98. They had that same silver zoom bubble on the side, and it was also taking cues from the Jason Kids that came out back in like
Jason Kids for sure.
'94. That original black and white colorway. That's the colorway they came from. But and they kind of look like some, Wave Runner type of construction build.
I took the white one today and I basically designed it to basically look like it's plain, like the with the clouds on it and shit.
Don't the
Yeah.
soles look like the old Griffies too?
With the grates on them as the bottom.
They look better than the first Nocta shoe, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
these
mean,
are
but
my
they
favorite
st-
ones
they
for sure.
they still kind of ass. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah, no, I feel you
still
100%.
kind of cheeky. You
But
know,
They kind of have like a feminine look
they
to them.
do.
I don't know what it is, but they give off like almost like a heel because of where the bubble is there. It makes the back part look a little heel-esque, and I don't know if I love it. But let me put you on to the most underrated Nike shoe right now, the P6000.
P6000s. I knew you was gonna say
I
that.
yes, you knew it.
I
You
knew
knew it
it.
because it's the truth, and you know it. The 6000s, they're so heat, they're so slept on. I'm telling you guys, wake up.
You either of a Mero or you a P6. That's the competition going on right now. The silver joints are nice though, I would say.
They are though. Do y'all remember when they came out with the Olympic color? Yeah, I'm sure y'all don't, because Sophie's like 17 and a half, so she probably wasn't even alive when those dropped. But they had these fire ass Olympic colorway, like red, white, and blue joints. It was crazy, kind of reminiscent to the Olympic Jordan 7s. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy.
Yo,
But yeah,
Dre.
Yeah, def too young over here, you know.
sorry about that. So
Yo,
it's
as
all good.
ass as these kind of look, I think I need a pair.
The Drake shoes.
Yeah, like I don't know, bro. Like I just like them. Like I like them, but I know I feel you on the ass part. But at the same time, I'm just looking at them and I'm like, you know what? Let's test them out.
They definitely
Yeah,
quality. Like you can see like the puff on them, right? Like they're not a cheap shoe. Like they got a lot of intricacies to it, which is cool. I like
man.
the
I
puff
don't
to
feel
it,
them, man.
and the old
I like
school
the
rubber
the
Nike.
I like the old that they put to the Jason Kids and the Arizona Turf, but they don't. If these didn't have anything to do with Drake, they would be Booty Chatter
Oh yeah,
Deluxe.
there would be
No one would care.
negative retail at the outlets.
No
But
one would care. They
he's
would give
been
these away, and
he's
somebody
been
give them back
rocking
like,
them.
nah, bro.
I mean, they are giving them away. They haven't dropped them. You can only get them from giveaways. But what I'm saying is,
That's crazy.
um, he's been rocking them for like 2 years, and he kind of makes them look kind of cool. That's why I was like, you know what? He's
You
trying to rock.
man,
You
it's
can't,
Drake.
Bro, you
It's
you
can't
can't
expect
wear
Drake.
this.
yay,
You
bro.
can't
You
wear the
know how
skinny
Drake
jeans with
dresses,
these,
bro.
bro. You need to wear the loose fit
No,
jeans that sit
if
over them.
if
That's
you
You
wear
know,
different.
for sure,
skinny
they gotta
jeans,
be baggy for sure.
if
They
you
Yeah,
be
wear
done.
yeah,
They
skinny
look
jeans
like
with
yeah.
big
those,
dough.
you should just find yourself, brother. Skinny jeans with those is
Yeah,
crazy.
they just like big boat, especially in my size. These would be a size 15. Imagine my big long ass with these busting out the
Yeah,
bottom
Yeah.
of
look
my
like
skinny
an
jeans.
exterminator.
I'm kicking indoors. What's good? But no, these the reason why they start looking better is because the influence that the person who's wearing them has. That's what I'm saying. Like that's a great segue to the conversation I wanted to get at. It's about influence because these are ass. These are some ass shoes, man. Like, but the fact that they have the influence because of the brand that's attached to them gives them that. You know what? That might work. It's like going to the gym and seeing the nice bodied girl in there who is or guy in there who's in there getting it in, but they in the gym they have 10, in the streets they have 6. That's what the influence will change the way you view certain things and certain products, which is a genius idea, but it has to be calculated. So people have to be honest about this stuff, man, because it ain't, that's what I'm like.
Unpopular opinion, that's how I feel about the J Balvins because the
Oh, whoa,
rainbow
whoa,
on
whoa,
those.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, the rainbow on those, they look good on court. Like if you're gonna go ball in those, that's okay. Respect. You have my endorsement. But if you're gonna wear those with like, a cool outfit and you got the rainbow kicks on,
That's
I
what
don't
Whoa,
Dre
know.
had.
whoa, whoa,
Exactly, Dre had in mind.
whoa, whoa,
That was
whoa,
Dre's.
Oh
whoa,
That was
no.
Dre's
That's
fit
why
right
I'm
there.
Oh
laughing over
no.
here.
Oh
Like you
no.
literally just like dunked on it
whoa.
just now.
Chill, you're getting ahead of yourself, Sophie. Chill, man. Chill, all right?
That's why I
Chill, chill.
listed my 10.5 for sale.
And y'all serious? Honestly, for real, I think if they didn't have a J Balvin association to them, they would still be dope. Like the Jordan 3 is one of the most, in my opinion, the most epic model Jordan ever, right? Number one with a bullet. So the colorways that they come out with, even though I like to stick to the classics, I think certain nuances come about with new ones that they're connected to. The Jordan, these Balvins is cool.
Nah,
If they
the
had glow in the
thing
dark souls, I think it'd be even better for real.
the thing is though, the same way you said the Drakes are cool, kind of cool, but they're ass because they're Drake. I feel the same way about these with the J Balvin name. Like if these came out and did not have J Balvin branding on them, you know they would be retail. Sure, they're
No,
clean,
nah, for sure, for
but
sure.
I'm
same
not. I'm
applies
not
to
gonna
these.
hold you, bro. Like my favorite Jordan is the fours. Um,
Yup.
and they don't make
Me
many.
too, me too.
They don't make.
It's
They
because y'all
don't do
young,
many
bro.
collabs on the fours though. That's like the bread fours are just so classic. you see a lot of threes like they come on out with, but they don't release the fours often at all.
Nah, Force had the
Bro,
one
look,
last
Nah.
year.
bro,
They
I
had
will
hella
not,
Oh
fours.
man,
I
yeah.
will not sit here
Thank you.
as
Come
a
on, bro.
grown
Come
man
on, bro.
and listen to any damn Jordan 3 slander.
Let's go, bro.
Y'all are not
Hey,
allowed to do that. I don't
Hey,
care.
we didn't slander
I'm a
Let them
the
know.
grown man.
threes,
Let them
bro.
know.
I'm grown now,
Let them know,
and
bro.
I will not stand for that.
Bro,
Period.
the bread fours are the ones, dog.
No,
Those are
they
the
bread fours are
ones.
Yeah,
definitely up
Bread
there, but
Force.
they
Yeah, it doesn't count though. That's classic. It's
nah,
tough.
they not Jordan threes, number one with a bullet, man. Number one with a bullet. White cement and black cement. Either or, you can't go
I
wrong
got
with
the
it.
Tinker
Either or.
joints. I got the white Tinker threes at the crib. Those are
I'm a hype
Yeah,
nice.
me
beast.
too.
1988. What a great
I only
You
year
got
for
the
feel me?
those.
fragment threes because I'm a hype beast.
I like those too, for real. Like you can't go wrong with threes, man. Classic. You
I'm
can
also a bit partial because I hit the Balvins on sneakers the other day, so I have
see.
that going for me.
That's a
But
cook.
I also love Jordan 3s. It's the best Jordan ever created. It's the most comfortable Jordan. They have the best colorways. None of them look bad.
That's a
I don't
fact.
care who you are.
I'll
They're
give it to
all
you on the
amazing.
comfort. That's for sure. Most
That's
comfortable
a
Jordan.
fact.
But
But they
when I was a kid though, my favorite was the fives. The
I
fives
like the
were my
fives too.
favorite
That was
I
my
when I
like
was
the
a
first
fives
pair of
kid.
too.
Jordans I ever owned, or fives.
I like the
Yeah, 'cause
fives too. But the
I used to
threes
like
got it,
high
man.
tops, right? Like when I was a kid, I was like only wear high tops, like so that's why I like the five. But as I grow older, I started gravitating to like the lows and the mids. But the fives were
Man,
fire,
the
bro.
threes are you can dress them up or dress them down. You can wear them with a
Yeah,
suit tux, or you can throw some jeans or some cargo, whatever. They look good. Whatever. Shorts.
yeah,
You
they
can wear
do.
some jorts. You can wear some skinny stuff. It don't matter, man. Threes got it.
Yeah, you're right. They do fit nice
about
with the
them
fit.
cactus plant flea markets though.
You said what?
Look at what I pinned up of the cactus plant Air Flea 2s.
Those
I
got
rock with
They
these.
canceled,
look like a
Sophie.
mix.
I rock with those.
What's
Those
up?
got canceled.
Canceled?
Yeah, like those are
Damn.
no longer coming
Sizing
out.
issues.
Yeah,
Yep.
they said the sizing
Well,
was
that
wrong.
makes sense
Just
because
like the
that looks like a
dunks.
croc mixed with a whole lot of
Nah,
Nike.
that
Whoa,
looks
whoa,
like some shit
whoa,
Dre Mill got a
whoa.
bike 60 miles in.
Well, hey, I would buy
Yeah,
those.
those
I
do.
would
Those look
wear
like
those.
the
I
Those
was
look
looking
like
recycled
a
forward
ones.
to
60
those.
mile Dre Mill bike ride
I
sneaker.
was looking forward to
Yep.
those, man. For real, they look super fire. You know what? They're reminiscent of the earlier Balenciaga model that dropped, but they're still dumb fire.
Nah, you
The,
strapping those into your pedals.
With
I
the
would
little
rock those.
charms on the front.
I would rock those. You
The
can
little
move
charms.
the swoosh. You can homeboy Scotty had them at SneakerCon, and you can see them. It was fire, man. It was fire. But he did say the size of the shoes was keeping them from being released. He said a size 10 fit like a 13. So
No, it was like a size
That
13
we're
fit like a
gonna need
10.
like a size 20. Dre would have need a size 20.
I would need like a 11 and a half. I
He
rock
would
with
need
those.
Shaq samples.
I would rock with those, man. Like y'all starting to see my style when it comes to certain things. I like the stuff that makes a statement. You know what I'm saying? It leaves a mark. That's why we're so heavy on the CIRLs. It makes a statement. You ain't even got to open your mouth. People are gonna be like, "Yo, what's that about? What you doing with those? What is this?" And then it leads to a conversation. And honestly, that's been my whole shoe journey ever since I was a kid. But I moved around so much when I was a kid that I needed something that would speak for me without me having to open my mouth. So I always had like the latest and greatest and the dope exclamation mark of a shoe. So people be like, "Yo, that's what is this?" Da, 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 da. And then open up conversation, lead to networking and forming relationships. But yeah, that's my thing.
You know, you know what the best shoe I think that did that in the last like 5 years is? You guys could come at me if I sound crazy, but I think the number one shoe that came out in the last 5 years that does that is those CPFM dunks with the Swarovski.
Yeah,
Like,
that was crazy.
no matter where you have those on or what, like I don't know, I just feel like you have no choice
Yeah,
but to look at those.
it catches the eye. I had a pair. I had a size 15. I sold them for 5 Gs last year. No, that was one of the best dunks ever created. To be honest,
I
We
basically
need to do a better job
custom, but
at
I did it on like
posting.
the off white one, like one of the 50. I was super jealous. I was like, I gotta get it. I gotta do something, right? So I ended up getting
You
my
see that?
girl to do the whole Swarovski cover.
them shits was crazy, man. And you had to raffle to get them. The only way you can buy them is if you got a selected via raffle.
Bro, I got selected, but I got the email delayed by 3 hours. So when I clicked it, it said, "Sorry, you didn't check out in time."
Oh yeah, that's pain right there.
That's
Oh
crazy.
man, I'm about to slam my phone into the wall right now. Oh my god, why'd I remind myself?
Yeah, that's pain right there. Well, since people feel this way about these Balvin threes when they drop on Saturday, aim for 14. Hit me up. You know what I mean? Cause I'm looking.
You know what? I got you. I got you for sure because
Let's
I'm
do
gonna
it.
ask. I'm gonna ask for a gift. I'm asking for my birthday present right now. The whatchamacallit, the buttercups, the Powerpuff Girl ones, the slime greens drop on my birthday. So everyone's gonna do me a favor because the sneakers app just oh so loves me, and we're gonna get me a W on those kicks for my birthday.
Those are so fire. That's the best one of the three in my opinion, and the pink ones.
What day is it that they drop?
December 14th. You got plenty of time to prepare your app and add all your information and get in line, you know? Cuz I'll get you those shoes this weekend. Size 14, they'll be happy to see me change it up with the size.
No, for sure. Let's do it. I got you.
I got you with the buttercups. You got me with the reverse Grinches. Deal.
Oh yeah, those are musts.
That's it. Two, done.
That's a must. Those reverse Grinches are a must.
I like those more than the OG, to be honest.
I mean, they up there to be honest. They do carry that. The first ones was stupid enough. But why we keep going to the green? We keep talking about green shoes. We having green.
It's the best color. The best color.
Sophie, you kind of like 0 for 3, man. I invited you up to have a co-host, and you come up here talking this madness, but we let it slide.
Hey, yo. Have you
Speaking of co-hosting,
pronounced it Mave? Mave?
What?
what?
The
Whoa, you
color?
yourself? You added your name?
I know, right? Who?
Oh, yeah, Max. I did add my name. What's good? Guys, my name is Boaz. What's up?
I'm still calling you secretly though. That's weird.
Still call me secretly trading. That's all good. I only got like one shoe that I like. Besides the CIRLs and the Dunks that are coming and all these cool sneakers. Ronnie Figs, bro. We gotta sell these guys. We gotta do something. Do I rock them? Sophie tells him to rock everything. But
Which Ronnie Fives? Which one?
I got his first raffle he did on Mondays, the 1300s, New Balances.
Wait. These the same Ronnie Fives you asked us about like 3 months ago?
Yeah, bro, they're up, bro. It says $900
He's
now,
still
dude.
trying to
Right, if
decide
you
if he
don't
should
get
wear them
rid of
3 months later. Like, this is what
right.
I'm talking about. You
Bro,
gotta
I
flip
just
it or
found
you
out.
If
gotta
I
you're
wear
just
it.
not
found out
sure,
recently that you have 5 years for a shoe. I just found that out.
Who
So
says who? Where you get find that out at? Where did the information come
I
from?
don't know. Somebody says you have 5 years for a shoe to get deteriorated, the bottom. I don't know.
if you're not sure, dump them. That's how
Yeah,
I
man,
think.
get
Like,
rid of them
yo,
things, bro. This is the same conversation we
I
had 8 months ago.
You guys have to yo. How am I gonna sell them, bro? These don't sell on StockX and eBay. You guys have the buyers, bro. Sell them.
Why don't they sell on
Sneaker
StockX?
Con was last weekend.
Yeah, bro. What do you think?
Bro, I'm gonna hit up Will and bring it to New York, bro. We're gonna bring SneakerCon to New York. What are we gonna do?
I was
I
actually going
didn't get
to
them
ask,
sold.
what's the plans? Like, we need to get Will back on here because are we doing the New York tour or was that just an LA exclusive?
Well, that was a LA curated event. I mean, if the New York clones, put something together.
Max, you gotta get on this. What are you doing? You're
Say
slacking.
less.
Come on.
No, never slacking. Say less. I'm on it. Just
Let's
like
go.
It's
I think next week we're doing something, by the way.
the New York clones are doing something.
Supposedly, I think on Wednesday we're all meeting up at Station 3. There's an event Boo and Jane are hosting.
Oh, that's fine.
let
It's
me
gonna be
make the PSA right now. I'm gonna pin it up to the top. On Wednesday of next week, Station 3, the Web3 co-working hub in New York City, is hosting a CloneX event for you guys to come through. We have some glitch artists, some AR artists. They're all going to be doing stuff related to your clones. So all you got to do is show up with your JPEG and 3D files, and we'll show you guys how to get it done. But it's going to be a good time. I'm there all the time, so come through. I'll pin it up.
Zaptio. What's good?
Zap, what's cracking,
All
man?
good, man. I'm just chilling, tuning in. I'm glad everyone got to see the shoe that SneakerCon. Pretty pissed I couldn't make it down, but I heard people say New York. I think someone might be cooking there soon. So just to leave it at that. But we need to do another link up pretty soon.
There you go. Asking you shall receive. Where y'all at, man? Somebody got to step it up, man. You know what I mean?
Heavy, spam that 100 right now. Spam.
That's what's up, man. How was the San Francisco museum trip? It looked live AF.
Oh, it was super cool seeing the Blade, Takashi's vibe in. We spoke about some of the stuff we're cooking up with him, so that's dope. And we teased out the jackets, which are just shipping super soon. So we kind of remade those jackets from scratch, just to get the quality on point, and they came out good. So we're stoked, and yeah, lots of stuff moving, man. Next month, everyone's getting their forces.
Yes, sir.
And there'll be a small little surprise for you sneakerheads. I think some people are going to freak out, so.
Here we go. You can't, hey, come on, bro. You
can't come in and
do
just
this.
say that to me right now.
Can't come in here and you can't do this to it like that, man.
Half dropped alpha.
You can't do this, man.
Full serve.
Good.
No, for sure.
I'm not mad at it, though.
It's all good. It will all be out. But I'm super stoked on it because it, like, for people who are sneakerheads and get kind of the culture and where it came from, it's kind of paying homage in a new way. And scarcity is the key word. So I think some people freak out.
Listen, my heart is literally pumping right now.
Mic drop.
My heart is literally pumping right now. I mean, y'all know I came up here because I pinned the video at the top right of the forces. And I get in here, and now I'm seeing Zap literally right next to me. I'm going to take a screenshot. And this man comes in here. Zap, it's nice to meet you. And they're dropping. I mean, I knew they were dropping next month, but you just confirmed. My heart is literally pumping right now. I am so hyped.
Look.
Palpitations right now. Like my heart rate is up. I'm going to take a screenshot of my heart rate right now. I'm not even playing.
He made an Instagram group.
Bro.
And he posted. Zaptio made the alpha. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
published
it's out there. You just got to find it, man. It's nothing secret.
See, follow the breadcrumbs. Same thing we've been saying this whole time.
One question.
Let me ask you a question.
Quick, just before Dre, sorry. I wanted to check, like, people who went to SneakerCon, like, seeing the shoes. Did you like them more, like, when you saw the physical versions? Or did you already, I know, Dre, you saw them in Japan, but, like, to other people? What did you guys think?
Yeah, for sure, brother.
Those...
honestly, like the reptile, the actual material itself, and then the depthness of the Vanta Black, thought was crazy clean. I think like the undead pair, honestly, and the reptile pair for me personally, like when I saw all of them in hand. I mean, obviously, Murakami's are crazy as far as the patterning and like the tumbled leather you guys used, and then the liners as well. As far as the attention to the liners, like the super clean as well as the finish. So as far as attention to detail, but like the undead reptile, man, for sure, crush those.
Appreciate it. Yeah, they have a lot of Easter eggs. I think when you get them in hand and like pull out the sock liners and look what's underneath, like the stitch colors and everything, we kind of tried to go overboard on like every little detail and use materials that haven't been done before. Like reptiles were a myth to construct, amount of different samples and things you had to experiment to get that kind of right feel without them being too stiff. So I can't wait for people to get them. I'm honestly most excited to see everyone get them in hand, and also no one's really seen the full packaging experience, and we kind of went over budget on that, so it's dope.
Yo, the Genesis pair, I just had to say, I remember I replied to your post a week ago and said, how are those not suede? My eyes were like played with in the light. I don't know how to pause. I don't know how to explain it, but like I tried to zoom out and catch the light to see what material it was, and it looked like, couldn't tell if it was like that pony hair look with like a suede on one side. I don't even know how to explain it, but
yeah, those are so hard to take pictures of, because like when you take pictures, it looks like a velvet or something, but like you can't get the effect unless you've seen them IRL.
That's what my question was, man. What the hell are they made of, bro? What is that, man? Like, I saw them in Tokyo and had tons of questions about them then, but then seen them again at SneakerCon. Like, yo, bro.
Yeah, we actually developed it. It's similar to kind of like a Vanta. It's the blackest black, so it literally absorbs all the sunlight, so it kind of doesn't look like it's really there. I haven't checked, but I haven't seen anyone doing that with sneakers yet. So I think these are like pretty iconic, and it's crazy that every clone had the chance to buy two of the Genesis, and a lot of people fumbled that. And just the numbers of how many of those exist is like insane to me. So like you guys know sneakers like quantities, and all these forces are crazy.
So it's the colorway that makes them look like it's velvet or suede. It's not necessarily the material of the sneaker.
Yeah, it's basically a bit of both. It's the material and the like pigment that's used, but like the actual physical color is like a very very dark pigment of black. So that's why there's a film on top that can give it like a bit of a velvet. But yeah, if you look into like Vanta Black and different, like it's just a very dark color, and your eyes trip out.
Yeah, we had discussions about Vanta Black and Black Hole Black many times in here because we were trying to figure out what the hell's going on. But that's what's up, man. They look amazing for real. Y'all put the foot all in the ass of all of these shoes, all in the soul, pun intended, of all of these shoes, man.
It
Everybody was hyped to see
absorbs
them.
light. It doesn't reflect light. That's what's going on with that.
Yep, yep. So no, that's what's up, man. That's what's
I
up.
gotta say, my favorite shoe before going to SneakerCon's app was the Reptile, like top down. That was the one that stood out the most to me. Obviously, the Genesis. I will be the first to say I'm gonna pat myself on the back right now. From day one, before people saw you drop it on on the dot swoosh feed, I had already, just looking at how they were twirling in um, as an NFT. I already knew they were special, so I picked up three before people realized what was going on. So I was ahead of the times. I already knew the greatness that they were. But I will say, and I have to say this, the Demon pair was the one that I fudded to the max, and I got to tell you, because to answer your question, when I went to SneakerCon and I saw those in person, so I have a Demon, right? So I was like, I probably should have those. So I grabbed the pair. But when I went to SneakerCon, I did not realize that the heel tab, the swoosh, and the toe box had different material and different patterns. That was a shocker to me. And so at this point, I'm a pretty big fan of the Demon pair. I already liked them after taking a second look, but those were probably the one that shocked me the most in person because I don't, the pictures just don't do them justice. So those were the ones where, coming back from SneakerCon, I'm like, wow, like those are truly a sleeper. I don't think a lot of people realize that how intricate those were compared to the rest.
Yeah, no, they all
But
have their
I
all
agree.
kind of like staple details. A cool story on the demons, like they have the stitching in red, which is like high contrast stitching. If you guys check on my Twitter, I posted like a few days ago a sample of the Genesis. Originally, when we designed them, we kind of had both of them with red stitching, and then last minute kind of decided to switch the Genesis to full black just to play into the black hole black. So the kind of high contrast stitch with the dark it's pretty interesting, and most of the other colors are like light bases, so definitely like the demons were slept on. But it's cool. That's why I like this because we kind of gamified this whole drop. So in the end of it, the community and you guys decided like how many of each pair, and then now it's kind of locked in. So I'm excited just everyone to get them and rock them. And I know we teased the dunk, but that's going to be crazy. We kind of taken all the learnings from making those 10 pairs or multiple pairs and going all out on the dunk and other things cooking as always.
You came up here with hella alpha, man. You can't do this. They gonna keep coming at our necks for this information.
He opened the door, Drake Millie.
Oh, here we
And
go.
hey,
Oh
Zap man,
my.
Zap man,
Zap.
Yo,
appreciate
that
the
Dude,
yeah,
heads
so
follow.
up.
I
Dude, they
gotta
were
say,
so
I gotta say,
good.
Shadow, ask a
while I'm
vial
up here,
question.
yeah,
Do it.
yeah, I was gonna say while I'm up here, I gotta say that alien pair, like, I didn't want to give it credit only because it's like almost an impossibility to me ever. But like, yo, the when I looked at that shit, like from the alien textured skin to like those, I don't even know what kind of laces they were, like almost like a lace, um, with the bubbled, if that was 3D printed, swoosh blade. But yeah, the details on the alien pair were just gorgeous.
Go ahead, Shadow. Do your thing, man.
No, it's all good, man. I know Johnny hyped up, bro. Hey, but no, first of all, thank you for the follow, Zap. I'm a new clone, been here since July. Unfortunately, I missed out on the Air Force One, so I'm gonna be looking on secondary. So really, I had a two-part, but you kind of already answered the second one. But I'll ask the first one. When it comes to the Air Forces, what shoe like did you have the most fun with creating out of the whole lineup? And then the second question was going to be about, did you guys incorporate anything you've learned from the other drops into the up and coming dunks? But yeah, what shoe was your favorite working on?
Man, they were all pretty amazing to work on as being a sneakhead, being in the mix, and like we're gonna reveal a lot more of the product development journey. We have like an absolute amazing team from Nike, like professionals who've been in the game and did some of the most iconic like Off-White, Sphere of Gods, and kind of the team's like veterans. But I think for me personally, like just the Murakami Air Force, something that didn't exist, and as coming from like a customizer background, everyone has been doing Murakami custom, so I feel like just the historical value of like bringing the legend Takashi to do an Air Force and two of them is iconic. And then I think apart from that, they all are like pretty fun and different. I really enjoyed the Alien. If you guys saw like the swoosh and the blade treatment on those, that's something that hasn't been done too much either. It's like a molded bit that's put on, and kind of it also has a midsole wrap, which gives it kind of like a puffy feel. Um, but yeah, each one was like super fun. But I think kind of like the Murakami for us all internally being huge fans of the guy was just great to like bring to market, and that's what when people get them, it's going to be crazy.
That's definitely one thing we speak about is how everybody was hyped to come across the CIRLs because they're the CIRLs. But once the world gets their hands on these Air Force Ones, it's the next level of awareness, which creates the hype, which creates the FOMO. So it's we all sitting here ready and waiting for that event to happen. Let's go to Mr. J. I think he was next. Then we go to Bombay.
Yo, what's good? A couple things I just want to mention real quick. Zap, as far as shoes, the one that I think that kind of got me the most was the drips. I thought they were going to be darker at first, and when I saw them in real life, they were a bit lighter, which I actually liked. And then the ones that I would say that I was really shocked on were the humans, for sure.
No, the humans are like one of my favorite, like the full canvas. We were inspired by some other models. You guys could probably figure that one out. But even like the swoosh color and like the blue pop on the full canvas, it's really, really cool. And I think the drips, whenever I wear the drips and like non-sneakerheads approach me and ask me about the shoes, I've had the most with wearing the drips actually, because I think the flower is so recognizable for people, and the kind of chrome swoosh blade mix gets people curious.
I'm hella stoked because some folks might have known that tomorrow is actually my wedding anniversary, and for my wedding anniversary, I got my wife and myself the drips for our 4 year. It's supposed to represent like a theme every year, so it was like it all fell in line. So it's hella dope.
No, that's amazing, man. Congrats.
Yeah, bro. Congrats on that. Happy anniversary. Happy early anniversary. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So,
Thank you.
Zab, when it comes to people stopping you for the drips, I try to let people know, right? Like it's gonna hit all demographics of people. It's gonna be men, women, children who are attracted to these things, just because the people who know that it's associated with Takashi Murakami already gonna lose their mind. But like the women who see them, they're like, "Oh, I love these!" Like all of this stuff. Can you give us a breakdown on how it's been with the experience and how people have been treating you when they see you wearing them, and they've been saying the feedback and all of the above?
Yeah, honestly, it's like surprising because it happens a lot. Like even in San Francisco, we all rock in the DNAs, and like people who have no ideas about sneaker culture or into art, or just people who are just doing their thing, they're all come up and they're like, "Oh, what are those? Where can I get them? Can I buy them?" And I've had so many requests, like just random people DMing me being like, "Oh, how can I get a pair?" And it's kind of yeah, they missed the boat on this one. So one thing we're really working on is opening up accessibility, but always prioritizing the NFT holders because that's kind of like the vision from day one. But we have a lot of demand now from people outside of Web3 and the space who want to get their hands on products, and it's pretty good. And I think the Air Forces being such an iconic silhouette will get a lot of more people interested. So I think that's the dope thing, that we're actually onboarding people through a product category that resonates with a lot of people. And you guys, when you get your shoes, you're the voice of the brand. So people are going to come up to you, ask you about how you got them, and that whole experience like opens this world up to new people. And that's was the vision with the shoes, and like seeing it actually happen is pretty dope. And I think the crypto kicks is the start of that. And even though it's like what Dre said is true, like people don't know what they are and they ask, and they have laces. Even that Quavo video is hilarious. Like he was asking, did they have speakers in them? So that just shows like they look wild. And it's not kind of like a usual shoe. It has the most amount of technology I think ever in a shoe put into it, with the haptics, the lace engine, the sort of tilt detection. So yeah, no, it's cool, man. I just love seeing everyone getting their stuff and rocking it in the wild.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. We gotta get Beyonce and Kim Kardashian a pair of drips and just
Not
watch
Kim.
the real sky right there.
Mine is Kim. But after, of course, the weekend of SneakerCon, that was a whole, mind blowing experience
Yo,
onboarding the normies to this tech. But
my
even
rug.
more so, I actually spoke
Can you
on
hear
a
me?
panel. Yeah, you're rugged.
Yeah, we hear you. You're good.
I
But
spoke on a panel last night.
Okay, my
Actually,
bad, my
there was
bad.
a
But nah,
bunch of staff.
the more.
Bombay. I'm talking.
Bombay, you're right. You got to step down and come back up. Sophie was still talking.
It's all good. He got the memo. Um, anyway, I was speaking on a panel last night. There was a whole bunch of fashion execs in the room, people from every brand you can think of. And I've mentioned SneakerCon, of course, and the CRLs came up, a little bit of conversation around all the features. And once that panel ended, I could not get a second to catch a breath after the panel, because every single person wanted to learn more and more about those shoes. And especially with like having a collab with Murakami. I mean, that's aside from the CRLs, but having that as well to talk about to these people who are, fully aware of such, all of his work and the influence that he has, and the fact that you guys have had such a successful collab with him. They're just really, in shock. And they're honestly more in shock that they didn't know about this. But I think now, with the visibility and the waves that we're all making in this space, and, get these shoes now on feet, everyone's about to soon start rocking them. Like you said, the comments you've received in San Francisco already, I'm sure, it's just blowing up. And so it's been exciting for me that all these people, because I first covered this drop like over a year ago, and very few people knew about it. All my sneakerhead friends were very unsure that this was even real, and that this, I wasn't going to be rugged by an NFT. And now, a year later, this many months have gone by, and there's real product. They're so dope. Like, it's amazing to see everyone's minds being blown in the visibility that you're now getting. So it's just exciting.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been exciting for us as well. It's like a lot of behind the scenes work goes into physical products, especially when you're working at Nike quality and Nike level. It's not kind of like a 1 week turnaround. You need to go through lots of testing. So for us, it's kind of been like cooking this heat, waiting to get it out, and then finally getting it out and kind of seeing the reactions being awesome. And that's why like I'm super stoked with the Crypto Kicks response. Is like we screwed up the mechanic like we covered before, and I feel like that took away of like the pure essence of the sneaker. And like you mentioned, a lot of people didn't understand that it's an actual physical shoe that people are getting. So I think it worked out well for everyone, because again, the scarcity of those, it's like there's only 6,000 of them split across 4 colorways, and definitely like a grail piece in terms of the whole sneaker history and collecting. So yeah, we're stoked.
Yeah, it's definitely only 10 pairs of stone in size 14. So, and we definitely got to get Kim K a pair of these drips, man. Don't keep her out of there. Don't keep her out of there. Let's go to Baron, and then we can go to the
Wait,
homie
Dre.
Hudson.
Before we do that, we should probably retweet the space. If you haven't done that yet, you should retweet the space.
Damn, see, Tevi always come through with the come through, man. I appreciate you on that. That's what Max. Thanks, Max. Let's get
He's in the robot socks, just checking everything, making sure everything's on point. he did some calf raises before the space. Yo, Zap, this stuff is unreal, dude. We weren't ready, man. We weren't. It was. I love the human too. I think that's my favorite. I just because I know I'm going to be wearing them a bunch. The reptiles aesthetically were. I was mind blown. The inner on that reminds me of almost the tongue that was used on these CIRLs. That like just this incredible leather that's on there. It's so soft and I the CRLs. I would tell you our experience with standing there was people's first catch is goes to the ice mag, and then the I think that like the fan favorite for like just like running around is definitely is the blackouts. Like people love that shoe, but then the stone was like it. I would tell you the stone was getting almost more comments than the space matter, and I don't know if that's because like the space matter was just it's people like it aesthetically, but I think they knew that the price was you know it's just they haven't fully understood what that shoe is going to actually do to be able to stomach that price. But like I've been saying to some other people, the amount of Christmas lists that those shoes made it on, whether it's the Air Force One or the Crypto Kicks, is just unbelievable. It's now in the budget. Artifact is now in people's budgets when they're coming to these deals, and it's some really cool stuff, man. I really want to thank you for being here tonight, man. It's just it's such a good vibe to have you here and hear your voice. And I know you got a lot going on, and we all know that, but it means a lot to all of us. So good to hear you, man. And that's all I got for now.
Appreciate you, Cole, man. No, totally. Like, I want to give a shout out on the Crypto Kicks IRL to Toby. Toby kind of crafted each of the colorways, and what's really interesting about the actual shoes is they started off as a performance shoe, so they were actually made for like comfort, endurance, and like wearing them every day. So like them being super comfy, like for me, Blackout is like one that I can wear every day, gym or like whatever you're doing, and then each one has like a unique different vibe, and I think the Space Matters do their job. Like for the brief for that one was create a shoe that when you look at it you're like, what the hell, like what's going on? There's just that gradient outsole is just insane. Like developing that was like a fun process, and I'm glad everyone's got them and enjoying them, and I'm excited to see the next phase of kind of the questing and that side of things when it comes in, and seeing people. What ideally I want to see is like clones linking up together and doing things, getting their steps in. So I think now that we have the app, we're using that a lot more to release different announcements and tap in with the community through official channel and getting notifications sent out to clones' phones. So like, I think it's a big game changer for the whole artifact ecosystem.
Yeah, when you show them that app, it's like you show them the insole, you show them the label on the inside of that shoe that it's a Nike shoe, and then they're like, "Oh my god, Artifact Nike! Wow, this is." And then you show them the app. It is like the shoe itself. They do speak for themselves, and like when we were showing them the ones that we had on our feet that we've been wearing for what 2-3 weeks now, like because West Coast. I don't live on the. We got lucky, Zap. We got them early here in the Midwest, my guy, and it was just like people were like, the shoe looks brand new. There was nothing on it. I was showing them pictures of me at a party in like a field, all these places. I'm like, you'd think that the bottoms would be scratched, especially like the glass on the bottom of the shoe or that. I don't want to call it plastic because I know it's not, but we'll call it glass on that protects the Trillium lace engines. Like no scratching on that material. It's fantastic stuff, and it's what keeps me coming back. That and the people that are here and that you see all the time. So, and dude, one last thing, your team, the team that I met there today, there's a lot of new team members that I met at SneakerCon, and they're incredible people, humble, gracious, engaging, well spoken. Hard to find people like that these days, and you've done it, so much appreciated. And that's all I got. Thanks.
Yo, let me piggyback off of that and say this, man. Baron brought up a great point about how the Midwest got their CIRLs before everybody else, before the West Coast did. I'm putting my bid in, Zap. Air Force Ones in October. Let's start on the opposite side. You know what I mean? Let's bring it to the West Coast first.
No,
drop it,
no,
drop it
no,
off,
no, no, no,
and we
no,
can
no.
move it
We're
to
Zap
we're
has
not
destination
gonna
much
that
have
way.
bigger
this.
fish to fry than
Yeah, I
worry what
mean,
coast
I'm
he's
just,
We're
going.
I'm
not gonna
just,
have this
I'm
happen.
just.
I don't care
It's a
that you're
good
the
idea.
host, Dre. I don't care that you're the host. You
It's a good
can't put that
idea.
plug out there.
It's a good idea. Let's go to
No, it's not.
the homie Austin. What's good, bro?
Hey, yo, real quick, actually, Bombay was up before me and he got rugged. So, hey, Bombay, if you want to pop that question off, my boy, I'm going to give that to you real quick.
My G, this dude.
The one.
Yeah, my fault. But Big Z, what's happening, bros? I appreciate you popping on. Listen, the alpha is, don't buy flowers for your girls. Buy the MK flower drip Air Forces for the girls. They last forever. They gonna last forever, and bro. And we like, listen, bro, like rocking it in the wild, right? Like for me, there's one thing of like rocking the Air Forces, but like styling them, right? And Zap, like you've been a style icon and like an idol for myself for man since the West London days, right? Like Matt before this Web3 shit, bro. And like I always look for you for like style and fashion inspiration, right? And so like we seen Braun rocking them, but what really got me excited was when New Jeans was rocking them, right? And they had the flowers, but they had the stockings on them, and they had their own flavor to it. And like I love like not only rocking the shoes but styling the shoes, right? And like Artifact is like a fashion forward, progressive company. And yes, we a sneaker company, but we got style over here too, right? And so like I'm excited to see. I mean, I know you're gonna bring a pack back to London. Give Kofi, Ty, Ellis, Clint like a pack, right? And so like I'm hyped to see them boys rock it and then styling it too, right? Because like the sneaker culture is there and the sneaker heads, but then you got the whole like style. Like I'm in Tokyo, right? And so like the sneaker is just the tip of the iceberg is how we dress the sneaker. So like I'm and I know you into the whole fit, right? So like I'm excited to see more people get these and like how they're styling them and then like how you and Artifact is gonna like, you know, and put that out in the world because I think styling is super important, right? And like we saw the kicks, the crypto kicks, and then now we see people how they style it and it hits different, right? And so like is I'm that's what I'm excited to see and like different style like we seen the America get them, then we saw Korea and how they style it, and then I'm waiting for the London pack. I'm waiting for them London boys to to style these Air Forces and to style the crypto kick. So I know you're excited to bring it back home and bring it because man, London's going crazy with the style. Like I feel like they're leading it. So, man, I'm just, you know what I mean. Like I want to see the fits, bro.
I can appreciate that. And like the funny thing is, this whole weekend, I probably got about 40 pairs of the crypto kicks from all my different homies sent to me. So I need to figure something out on that front and on the Air Forces as well. Like we sent them to a bunch of cool people, and when everyone gets them, like you guys, there's going to be like over 12,000 pairs in the wild, and a lot of crazy and cool people have reached out to try and get a pair. And I myself have spent too much on forging. Every forge event we have, I max mint as much as I can just so I have enough pieces to hook up friends with or people who are new to the space. And yeah, I'm a collector myself. I've been collecting sneakers for years. So yeah, I need to stock up on those, man.
Zap. So, are you saying that you have extra 10.5s? Maybe of the drip and maybe of the reptile and maybe of the alien. Is that kind of what I heard?
I've got all of them, but they're locked in my archive. I'm waiting for my shipment, and yeah, that key's not being found by anyone. Though, so
Can
Zach,
you
promise
can
me
you
one
check
day
if
I
you
get a
have
closet
extra
tour.
10.5s, please? Yeah.
I
Zach,
think the
promise
more
me a
important
closet
question
tour
is
one day in the future. That's all I'm promising. Like just a closet tour of all the samples. You know, I appreciate it. I got to do it at one time.
You already know I got them Cortez cargos ready for the Genesis Z. You already know it's gonna happen, dog. The fit's gonna go crazy.
no, man, I'm excited to see everyone get their stuff. It's gonna be dope. The problem, I can't do any closet tours because I have a bunch of samples in places displayed to give me like inspiration. So anything I take pictures of, I'm like super cautious that I'm not leaking things by accident nowadays.
No, that's fire. That's alpha right
Well, I
there.
never said I had to publicize it. I never said I was gonna.
Let's go to the homie Austin, and then we can go to Cano.
Yo, what's good, Bad Take Crew? Yeah, so real quick, first off, right off the bat, just want to say what up, Zach. I don't know if I've personally ever got to tell you, but I just want to say thank you first and foremost for bringing your own ideas to life, and you, Clegg, and Benito creating Artifact and just giving all of us this platform to build this community that we're all a part of. Because I went to the New York event, and that was the first time. Actually, that wasn't the first time. That was one of the first times I met a lot of clones IRL. And from that moment until today, even from SneakerCon, like the IRL community that we're building is just super amazing. I'm making lifelong friends, lifelong bonds that actually are going to probably exist far longer than anything, you know what I mean? So thank you for just creating a platform for all of us to get together and have a dope community. And then secondly, my question is, you mentioned earlier that you were working with like some legendary Nike designers and people that work over there at Nike. So, from your perspective, now since the CRLs have came out, AF1s are about to come out. What's the temperature check on the Nike employees, the designers that you're working with that don't come from the Web3 side? Like how excited, like do they understand the product that they're working on? You know what I mean? Do they get it what they're involved in? Or from your point of view, what is their point of view working on this on all of these new products and new silhouettes? Like how is that partnership been between you and those folks that aren't really coming from the Web3 side?
Yeah, that's a great question. I can only talk about the people that I work with. It's a big place, there's a lot of people, but the teams that we're currently working on, they're amazing. They are very curious, smart people, and they want to learn as much as possible. A lot of them are in Discord, a lot of them in Twitter. There's probably some in this space right now. So, like, a lot of people are interested to learn more and understand the community and the space and check how people like the product. And I think they also enjoy working with us because we don't come from that industry and we're a bit more kind of startup creative people, and we just like having fun in the process, and our budgets are a bit different so we can play around with materials that sometimes they can't. So overall it's been an amazing experience, and I think for the dunk journey we're trying to tell a bit more of the behind the scenes story and also get these people that we're working with to talk about their experience, because for me personally it's been an amazing experience, and these are all very smart, talented people who have been doing this for years. So basically, the whole of Artifact has been built by combining expertises of different people. And our team, we have a bunch of different people that come from different backgrounds, but together we join up and everyone adds their own touch. That's why things work so well. So, like all of these forces, every shoe, it's not just like one person responsible for them, it's a whole team behind it. There's Toby and Chris who work hand in hand on creative, each bringing a different skill set. We have a materials team. Yeah, the level of craftsmanship that goes into the product, I think, would amaze a lot of people. And for me, coming from the outside and in,
recently more of a reemergence of sightings and jointifications or whatever with Jeff Staple. Are we going to see Meta Pigeon 2 at any point?
We love Jeff Staples. Jeff Staples
Sheesh.
legend. So who knows?
Yeah, we love Jeff Staples as well. We got the opportunity to speak to him on panel at SneakerCon this past weekend. He's jumped in a couple of spaces with us as well. We had an interview with him. Like, yeah, that's
The
definitely
guy basically
one of the
started
legendary
collectible
homies.
sneakers in a sense in New York. Uh,
Bruh, that's what I was saying. I was trying to let him know.
yeah,
We need to have a sneaker showcase where we can get you up there, we can get Jeff up there, we can get all the legends who understand the history of sneakers to have a great discussion about something. I think that's a great idea. Maybe we could pull that off in like Miami Art Basel or something. Let's
let's
talk
talk
about
about
this
it.
later.
I'll be down to.
Yeah, let's do that later.
I'm gonna shoot. Appreciate everyone making time and listening and having the space. I just jumped in just to listen to what everyone's talking about. Didn't expect this, but hope everyone stays blessed, keeps enjoying themselves, and yeah, peace out.
Appreciate you in the time, Zach, man. You have a great one, a blessed night, man. Thank you,
You too.
thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Peace.
Peace.
Look at that, man. You never know, right? All the alpha that was dropped, we need to have somebody go back and play the recording so we can take notes in real time. This shit was
Oh,
crazy.
he gone? Boy, I tell you, bro, that was the
That
craziest.
was
That was the
crazy.
craziest shit ever, bro. What the fuck?
That's
Oh,
why. That's why they're the illest, bro. Zap comes through. He's a man of the people, man. This community goes crazy.
That's a
bro,
fact.
I was holding that shit in the whole time. I'm like, holy shit, what is going on? We got so much shit from that. What the hell?
Yo,
Hey,
someone tell
Do a
Compound
post
to find service.
that's
post Jeff over
crazy.
here.
Compound's gonna be.
Need
Compound.
a
I
post
hope
Jeff over
Compound's
Guys,
off
here.
tell
some mushrooms
Compound to
right
find a
now.
cell tower
You
ASAP.
guys asked for
Nah,
alpha on my take. Oh my god, dude!
Bro, Golden just straight went for it,
Told you
bro.
guys, be
Bro,
careful
guys,
when
bro,
Golden gets
y'all
on
was all
stage.
one. Hey, keep it G. Y'all was all one to know the other day. Y'all was talking about it the whole time. I sat here and listened to an hour of y'all talk about it. Like we wanted to know. We wanted to know. I had to get it for you. We hey, gave us, but that's crazy as fuck.
no, that was definitely dope. He came through a sneaker soapbox as well once the lookbook dropped, and we had a discussion similar to that one, just speaking about sneakers and letting them rifle it off like that. So it's good to have an update one, man, one that's more present moment because this has been a time, bro. We've been through some shit, and when it came out the end of the tunnel, and things is up,
Yeah,
bro.
that was
And now
fire.
we're getting alpha.
That was fire.
That was too
Because you
far.
know what? It's like even when Zap would come into spaces early on, he never really said anything. He would just, you get a couple hard like, dude, for everybody to hear. I mean, that's him, dude. I think he had a little cold, but he's the guy is a legend, dude. Think about his closet. He's got all his inspirations in there. He's talking about everything that we've done so far as a prep for these dunks. Oh my god, I can't wait to go back and listen. And man, it only happens when like the founder, a boss doesn't want to come to work where everybody's like wants to like is showing up with a pitchfork besides him. And I think the vibes of this space are a true reflection of why Zap was in here tonight. I think they've wanted to be here the whole time. They're just like deathly afraid of what they might say to trigger people or whatever. So it's another sign of the times. And
Baron, to that point, bro, like it's boss doesn't want to show up when everyone is running at him with pitchforks, right? And and bro, like that's real talk, right? But there was pitchforks at some times, bro, and like I hated it to happen, but it happened, and that's just Web3 and just so close to community. But they pushed through it, bro. They pushed through it. They persevered and they didn't stop. And look, we're here now, and I think that like we have to look in the mirror a little bit, and be okay and be comfortable, get an understanding of yourself, and then and spread that love, right, Baron? And like it's important for us to show support to them, so they feel good in what they're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, and that like he came in, kind of like a proud dad, and rightfully so, right? Like his first question to us was, what do you guys think about it? Like more people are sort of able to see and get hands on the AF ones from SneakerCon. So he's like, okay, everyone that went to SneakerCon, like, what's up? And now, like, people have their CRLs unboxing on their feet, getting some wear in them. Like, it's fucking dope. He comes in here, he's like, we fucking did this shit. Like, we did it. I mean, we're not stopping, but we've, you know what I mean? Like all the fucking naysayers out there, all the claptrap, all the fudders, they ain't saying shit now. They they can shut the fuck up because
Man,
we delivered.
I can't believe I told Zap on a recorded space that I fudded the Demon Air Force One. Now that I'm thinking back on this, I'm like, what in the freaking hell, man? Like, of
That's
all the
how that's
things,
how he's gonna remember you forever. Is the
It
one who
adds
I
flooded his
know,
culture.
design.
like
It adds culture.
of all the things I could have said
Yeah,
or
dude, the
whatever,
demon that flooded the demon. That's Tebby from here on out.
I'm like, bro, like after I said, I'm like, did I just literally? I'm like, I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm just gonna go with it because ultimately, where I'm going with this is they're amazing, but I'm like, I could have just skipped that and just say, man, they look great. They look amazing, right? Like skip the first 15, 20 seconds.
That's all good.
Um,
Hindsight is 2020, man. That's how it works,
but
right?
anyways, it was hilarious though. Like I was laughing at myself. I'm like, that's epic. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's what he said. I mean, I recorded, I'm gonna go back and everything, but he said about the dunks. We've been asking, Baron's been asking, everybody's been asking the vials and the shoes, the vials and the shoes. What's the connection? My man just came on here and said, you're going to be able to link the two and do whatever with them. So take that for whatever it's worth. And he told you, we have a different budget.
Hey,
We're in there.
You can't sleep on that point because
What?
that's a major point. That's why
Yo,
I recited it again after he said it. Like, think about what's going on at Nike for them to say, "Hey, we give you this allocation to create with." And it's not an allocation that anyone can get. He said it himself. The people who are down the hall don't get this budget to create. So we have something here. We have the leverage. We have the ability to take things to the next level. That means they're working on things behind the scenes that are next level. Do not sleep on that. That's ultimate alpha. That's why I say, yo, he's dropping gems. So when it comes to the sneaker world, just like Secure jumped in here and said the other day, people come with premium materials. That's why a cost or price point is set at a certain place. They have the ability, and Nike's not just giving it to anybody. Don't sleep on that.
So here's the thing, right? This is the actual breakdown. There's going to be a huge connection between vials and the dunks. It sounds to me like, and I'm not saying this is for facts, we gotta kind of like, now we heard the gospel, now we're the disciples trying to, okay, what did he mean when he said it like that? So here's what I heard. We got the dunks cooking. We're taking everything that we've learned in the past and we're putting it into the dunks. He talked about, it being their first shoe. He talked about it being like the Air Mags, and he talked about it being like, he really talked about it being like that shoe that they want, that's going to stand the test of time when it comes to artifact, what artifact is and what Nike is. So to me, when he then went into saying we're going to have this connection between the dunks and the vials, and he said you're going to be able to put your vials on those dunks, that immediately to me was the AR feature that we theorized yesterday. So it's now, in my opinion, is now more of a 90 to 10% that more than likely it will just be the dunks. But it doesn't sound like it's going to be just like the dunks and that's it, because he said that there's something special. They also have a huge budget for these dunks and potentially other shoes that they also got cooking that we probably don't even know about. But more than likely, there's going to be a huge digital and physical connection between these shoes that might transpire just a phone, just AR. They may connect on multiple different ways, but he was like the video game shoe, like, that he really talked about that. So that's what I believe where we're at, but I'll let somebody else give their interpretation of what they heard, but that's what I heard.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, as you're listening, did you catch the reference to monolith when he was talking?
Yes.
Yeah, of course,
No,
of
can
course.
you repeat
Hmm.
that reference or whatever he said about the monolith?
I'm gonna have to go back and re-listen. I'm not gonna butcher his words, but he was talking about the soul, and he was talking about how, this is the pair and everything, and he talked about monolith and how that's incorporated or whatnot. So like I said, you're gonna have to go back and listen to exactly what he said. I recorded it for myself, so I can go back to this exact point when he started talking about that, and not listen to the entire space and scrub through that. But yeah,
Can you give
there's a
like a
lot of
gist of
things.
what he said?
I,
Because
I thought he
Brought
said
it up.
the design resembled like the monolith, the kind of the box, so that the soul kind of looks like the monolith. So it's kind of like the monolith is incorporated in the design of the dunks.
Yeah, yeah. If you look at it, it's not a regular dunk silhouette. That whole side sole is a whole different vibe. So I mean, I think he's talking about the design as well. But to
Right.
Tevi's point though, we do have a monolith X, and I mean, who knows? It could be alley oop.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that in here no more. He did say there won't be any screens on it, murder. So sorry, you missed that before you got in.
Bro,
No, just playing. But I will.
bro,
I will say, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut it. I'm sorry. I'm just joking.
there's
I'm
other
just joking. It was
tweets
a
that
joking joke.
talk about that shit too.
It's a joke. It was a joke. It was a
All
joke. I
right,
was just playing.
all
All right.
right.
But I will say this, like to the point that Tevi was talking about, or Shadow was talking about, this being the Air Mag. This goes to, if let's throw on our speculation hat right now, right? It goes to the point that I made yesterday or the day before yesterday when we were talking about how Air Max came out in 2011, but then they also had a revamp, and I think it was like 2015, where they
Yes.
had the auto lacing technology part of it. So to go back to the joke that I just made with you, Durs, it could be a possibility, right? They're going to come out with something like this that has the ability to take the technology where they can take it in this day and age, but then as the time goes on, you never know if it can have the Durs special in a couple of years and everybody's happy. So keep that in mind, because that reference of the Air Mags, of course, this is a speculative thought, but if you put some more thought in the back end of it, pause, it could come out to be something on that
No,
level.
absolutely. I don't think that this is like, obviously they said there's no screens. I think that it's perfectly reasonable not to have them. I think it's reasonable to think that there would have been, but
Well, I don't even know what Zap just
I
said, and I
agree.
don't even. I mean, I don't
It's
care.
the first
Like,
rendition.
dude.
Fair,
This.
there's is still talking.
Oh shit,
Oh,
my
you're good,
bad.
bro.
I thought we were in a moment of silence. My bad, Durs.
Also, real quick though, Dre, I've been talking about like he said the accessibility, and I may be like in the minority here about the like there's a fine balance of like exclusivity and then like also getting um artifact out there so everyone can get right. And like I would love like a public artifact line where you can just go on the website and buy like a clean artifact tee, right? Anyone can buy it. And he said something about like getting something where it's accessible, and like that
Yep.
excites me because like I want, like, we got our exclusive high end products, the shoes, the varsities, the Mercomies, but it would be super dope to be able to buy an artifact clean white tee on the website, and anyone can buy it.
I mean, that's literally what I was talking about yesterday, right? And we were kind of, going through of like, yeah, there's always going to be that high end aspect of it. But at the end of the day, there's only 20,000 clones. There's only going to be ever at the max 40,000 animus, and so you're still going to have your niche exclusive side of things, and that's what he said, right? Like, we want to get accessibility out there. We're still going to take care of the holders, but we're definitely the demand. He used the term. The demand is out there. Like, people want this stuff, so they're going to get it to the people, but they're not going to leave us behind. So they're going to make sure they're still taking care of us and everything, because what do you say? We're the voice of this whole thing. So
I mean, you can go to Supreme
like,
and buy a box Supreme hoodie at every store at any given time, but the high end luxury products are scarce, right? So it's that fine
yep.
balance of making something accessible for everyone, and then having that exclusivity on certain products to give it the lore, which is super
And
dope. Yeah,
yeah, he hit on that scarcity. He made it a point to talk about the scarcity,
yeah, he
right?
did. He
That was
did.
another thing that was important. Like, he was very intentional about the words he used and everything. Like I said, I have to go back and digest this whole thing and listen to it all. But the way he articulated his thoughts around what the dunks represented, right?
There's a surprise. There's
You
a
can go
surprise
back,
coming,
Yep.
Tevy.
Now,
Yeah.
now it makes
you
sense,
know.
Tevi, that why the dunks is
So
on the
all I'm gonna
screen all
say
the
is
time.
it's not gonna be basic. It's not a basic shoe. None of this thing about these shoes is going to be basic, right? So whatever it is that we're, colorway this, it it's not. It's gonna be next level. The simple fact that he mentioned that they have the freedom of creativity and what they want this to represent, right? Like they want, and we saw what they did with the CRLs. We saw the Air Force Ones and the material choices, and he comes out here and says the dunks are that thing that they want to be iconic. Are you kidding me? Like, look at these Air Force Ones, right? So for him to make that statement of like the dunks are the ones that are going to represent the iconic of what Nike artifact is, you gotta I don't want to hype people up too much, but
Too
there's
late.
Hype
weight
them
It's too
up.
behind
late. It's too
Hype
late for
them
that.
up.
It's way too late for
there's
that.
weight behind those words. You know what I mean? And so he made it a point too. If you caught it, where he was like, like we've been cooking on this stuff. Like obviously, there's a lot more the approval process, right, and how information flows out. Like made it a point to hit on that too, because what have we been saying in here is like, can we get more info? All these different things. He came out tonight. Nobody asked him to. Gave us some alpha, and to Baron's point earlier, it's because the environment allows for all that. And so I will say never forget that. There's a reason why we are where we are right now, and spaces like the one tonight can happen. It's because positive energy is being put out there. And again, the bonds that are being formed between the people here, it's all real, right? And we all of us that were IRL over the weekend felt that, and that is being pushed out there to in the universe, and this is where we are today. So like I said, I have to go back and listen and digest everything the man said, but it was a lot of was said, a lot was put out there a little bit more low key, but at the end of the day, the weight behind the words that he used, I would say don't sleep on that.
Hey, isn't it
So
isn't it a,
That's straight facts.
isn't it a lot more fun when you're having fun, Tevi? Like, like this
that's weird how that works,
yeah,
right?
like this space, this life is too difficult not to come in here and not have fun, man. Like, like it this the like how what how am I gonna say this is like sometimes you have to reflect on what you do every day, bro, and how much you enjoy it, and like and make your decisions based on that, not like the idea of what you want to do or how you think it's gonna happen. And like I mean, it's always good to have expectations and goals, but like you just got to know what it is you're doing and what you actually enjoy, not what like what you think like what the idea of it is right in your head. And so that's why I'm here, and I always try to have fun and enjoy because life's too stressful to not be on Twitter Spaces and bring that stress into Twitter Spaces. But there's a balance, I guess.
100%, 100%. I think that's the biggest takeaway of tonight. We keep the vibes right. Compound and Dre keep the community tight. Like we're all here. That's what this is for. And then we see what happens when we put this out in the universe. I mean, it's crazy. Like the whole time when we were talking, like toward the very beginning of the spaces tonight, I was actually thinking in my head, this feels like the first sneaker soapbox when I met Dre on Spaces for the very first time. And then this many months later, it's so ironic that I'm up here co-hosting with him tonight, and we have Zap come in, the legend, and now we're really sneaker soapboxing it with like real stuff that's about to hit all of our doorsteps like so soon. But before we get off of the the crypto kicks and the dunks, I need to know with the vials, do we think that multiple vials will be able to be applied to one shoe? Is that kind
Yeah,
of how we envision this?
I
yeah.
think the digital side, yes, absolutely. I
I
do think I'm still off the mindset that it is going to be multiple colorways. The vials will play into it some way, shape, or form, but as far as like the full on experience of mixing, matching, and all that stuff, I think will be in the digital realm.
yeah. I think I'm at the point where I'm letting go of the colorways, but I'm gonna go back and listen back to it because he was going through it so fast. And when it's alpha, you really got to break it down one by one and understand that like he knows the answer, but he's trying to say it in a way to where he doesn't spoil it. So once this space is over, the first thing I'm doing is I'm going back to when Golden asked the question, and I'm going to listen word for word what he says. But I'm of the mindset of either two things right now. One, we just got the confirmation that the vials are going to be it's going to be a huge role in the dunks. Now we knew that, but we were just speculating about it the other day. So that's number one. The vials are going to play a role. It does sound like no matter what, if there is a colorway or not, there is going to be AR features built in and other digital attributes regarding the link between vials and shoes and something else that is special. Now, what that is, we have no idea what that is. But I see it going two ways. Either it's just a dunk and it has a lot of tech into it. And we know the swoosh is going to light up. We know it has a battery pack. Have no idea what they're going to put in that area of the shoe where a vial is supposed to go. Maybe you get a physical vial. Depending on what shoe you forge, you might get a physical vial to put in that spot. Because if you look at that video, it's just an empty area where a vial is supposed to go. So if they're making the IRL, they're either going to close it up or maybe that is the something special. If that happens, I said it first. The other thing is it could be a colorways, and then on top of those colorways, like you get the base colorway, and then the vials then add on all the animations and the level 3, level 2, all that cool stuff. I'm of those two mindsets right now. It's either going to be one shoe, maybe a cool little play with the vials in place of colorways and a bunch of AR tech in the digital space, or they'll do colorways as the base and then AR features on top of those colorways. Um,
I'm all over
Did
the
you hear
place.
what else?
I'm all over the
Did
place
you
with it.
did you hear what he said too, as far as like information coming soon? He'd said that. He said that.
Yeah,
He
no,
said
Yep.
like
yeah. So I'm thinking
so.
it's three different ways I'm thinking, bro. Like for him to drop the alpha of maybe having something for everybody because the demand is there. What if this is the cyber dunks and that base color you see? Because they threw it in our face, Tevi and everybody that was there with the IRL. It was all on the screen and they was rocking them in the videos. Like that was the shoe. They wasn't rocking the forces. They wasn't rocking the cyber. It was the cyber dunks. What if this is the size run that goes out on Sneakers app and is introduced as Artifact Cyber Dunks, something that is new to the market, and we're the only ones with the color waves. The holders are the only ones with the color waves because we have the vials, and everybody else has to get that base. It's
Hey, that
crazy.
my man dropping gems over here,
Oh
I
bro.
don't know. I don't know. I don't know. My mind is
man,
scrambled because of what he said. So I know everybody else is thinking one way, but I'm like, what if this is? What if this is
yo,
I mean, that's what
home
we
run?
said, right, bro?
I
Like
don't
a
know.
I mean that would be epic though. I mean, think like literally, I had not thought about that, Golden. I had not thought about that, and that would be an
Crazy,
epic way
crazy.
to roll this out. I mean, if they do it, mind blown. If they don't, it's still gonna be epic. But how insane
And I'm
would
saying,
that
and we're
be?
the ones walking around with the colorways because we're the
the
holders.
only issue
And
would
now
be
you
like
know. Now you
the
know.
Genesis might be cheap. If you talking about if the Genesis hits the stores, is that what you're saying?
I'm saying if it hit the sneaker apps full size runs on the regular edition, the gray ones, because I was seeing them all the time on the screen, and I'm just peeping. And I'm just like, man, they really throwing it in our face right here,
So so the only thing with
simultaneously with the forces because everybody eyes are on the real forces that's there. But I'm just thinking like these guys think in the future. You see what I'm
so
saying?
the
So if
only
they're
thing The only thing about that, Golden, is would it be cheaper just to buy it on Sneakers app than buy the NFT in the
No, no,
Forge?
no, no, no. So I'm saying as far as like, yeah, the sneakers app is gonna have whatever that edition is. What if it's the Cyber Dunk? But I'm saying the colorways, you know who is a holder because they have colorways because they have Valve.
No, I know, but
Right.
some
So
people
So
only have the Genesis dunks without the vial, and they're gonna pay the Forge, so they bought the NFT and the Forge price, so you can just buy it on Sneakers app. You don't need to buy it.
that true
Yeah.
too. But you might have another key to unlock
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
hold the NFT.
Easily have the, you can easily have the Genesis NFT be the one that has NFC chip, the one that has the battery pack, the one that has the light up, the one that has whatever they're doing on that little space where a vial is supposed to go. I'm still not going to let that go. Something has to go there. It's an empty spot. And then you can have the Genesis one that has all that lights, and you can have a base version on the sneakers app that, and this is just a theory, which I really like this theory, by the way,
yeah,
Golden. This is some dope shit. But then, yeah, you can have that base, no lights, no battery pack, toned down, but still the model of the shoe on a sneaker app. You just know if you see a colorway or if you see a Genesis base that lights up, those are all holders.
yep.
Facts.
That is a dope thought. And we'll see. But you know what? The simple, there's some really cool, like he just said, like information is coming. Like we're gonna know soon, and I think our minds are about to be blown. And man, like Golden, if that's where this is going, I mean that would be one way to incorporate, like the mass market, right? And still again let the people here feel special about what they got. That's definitely one way it could play out. But
Let's go
either
to.
way,
Oh my bad.
Sounds
Go
like
ahead.
Web 2.5 to me. Dude, just be careful of Golden up on these stages. I'm telling you guys, this guy's a savage up here, man. Like you don't know what you're going to get. You could either get something like just completely on point, man. Look at that. Look out.
exciting times, man.
This
Exciting
guy
times.
just got a clone, man.
You just got here. Let's go
Just
to the
got
I know I've
here.
been
homie
holding the loop pod for a
Austin.
year. Hey. I just had to jump out here on
I know, just
Hey,
messing with you,
hey,
man.
Golden been in the loop pod, just speculating, just cooking. His brain just been.
Facts.
He's been in the loop pod, just like, touching his beard, like yo,
Decorating.
This
like a
guy's
More
fucking,
for
like
the
a
loot pods
like
than the
a
clone.
wizard.
he's been
Hey yo,
incubating himself, dude.
hey yo, what do you guys? So this just hit my mind right now. Actually, hold on, give me a sec.
We'll hold on.
You gotta order his food.
Yo, y'all hear me? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. My AirPods just died. Okay, so real quick, what do you guys think about this? Um, I'm a sucker for physical product. Like if they did come out with physical vials, that would be dope, right? So think about if the let's just say if the swoosh does light up and you have vials in your wallet, they send you whatever vial, robot, demon, reptile. What if you pop? It's just something as simple as you pop your vial in your shoe, and then the swoosh will light up, kind of like the if you ever been to Disneyland where you can go and build your lightsabers, and they have I've never done it, but they have like a different
I
mechanism, and you pop it in the lightsaber, and that's what color your lightsaber turns. So what if it's like the same kind of thing? You pop the
you
vial
did.
in the tongue of your shoe, and then your swoosh just changes. Boom, red for demons, purple for robots, lime green for reptiles, orange or whatever color. Like I don't know, that's just something that popped in my head. That'd be pretty dope.
Just, just to explain on Austin's thing, because I've done it twice now. We're Disney fanatics. Disney has made a way to make thousands of dollars on these $300 lightsabers, and they've added a gotcha to it. So you go, you build your own lightsaber, then they walk up to you with these like rotating, kyber crystals. You choose one, you plop it in, and whatever kyber crystal you put in, that's the color your lightsaber is. It will not change unless you plop it out and put the another color in. Then there's a black kyber crystal that's like one in like 1,000 that you can fine if you're really, really lucky, and it makes it a really cool sound, and they do some really awesome things. So, and a lot of people really love it, but that'd be cool.
I mean, plopping stuff in his his lightsaber. That's crazy. Chiro, what's good? Refrigerator break. Let's go to Point. Point, what's good?
Yo, what's good, Dre? What's good, Dan? But yeah, so I was thinking about it, right? And I'm like, so they're working a lot with like NFC technology, right? And when you think about NFC technology, it kind of puts like guidelines around or like a gate around like what the type of things could be, when it comes to the shoe and the vial. And so I really like the idea of the vial being like removable or detachable in some way. And like, so off the rip, and this probably is a little bit off, but off the rip, I was thinking the vial comes out the shoe, out the tongue of the shoe, and can be worn as a necklace. But the ultimate point of it would be that it holds the NFC chip that would take you to the data of, the NFT of the vial. But also then I was hearing the idea like how you could like maybe pop it back into the shoe, and maybe it creates like an illuminescence throughout the shoe or on the check that kind of represents the colorway of that vial. So yeah, no, I like both of those ideas because honestly, when you look at the tongue piece of the Air Force Ones, they literally already have like high quality vials printed out, and it's probably nothing to like take those and make them because the one thing that really stood out to me was how he was actually really, like you said, he was highlighting the crypto. It's really like the baby project of the shoe. Like it seemed like they cared about it the most. So it'll be exciting to see like the extra effort that they put into the design and the ideas behind it because we're impressed by the CIRLs, right? But if they seem to be more intrigued in the crypto dunks, then all the tech we see in the CIRLs must be, I mean, it's amazing, right? It's the best right now, but it must be a step below what's gonna come with the dunks. So that's crazy to think about.
But he did also call the CIRLs the Grails, though.
Yeah.
So
They have to be because they're the first, but definitely.
That was a lot of information. That was a lot of alpha. I mean, y'all saw my little heart rate popped. You
yo,
know,
Chevy lost his mind, bro.
did
He
I
said,
miss?
Close to the what?
Did I miss it? Please help me out because I was distracted. Did Zap say that it was the vials were going to be a actual physical item as well?
nah, nah, nah,
nah,
nah.
he didn't say that.
I
Oh,
think I'm
okay.
the only one that thinks like a detachable vial that put the Bluetooth is sounds a little crazy to me, but
No, I'm with you.
I
It's a
think
few of us.
no. So an article I was reading earlier today was about how NFTs have gone to that how like 95 of NFTs have gone to zero. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh at like people's bags, but it's I'm a little OG, so it's kind of funny to me just how like it repeats itself. I'm sorry, I forgive me. But anyway, they were talking about NFTs going to zero, and I was like laughing to myself because I was thinking like, it's true. It's like a lot of, a lot of these things have just gone to just like complete wasteland, and it's like why? And it was talking about different projects, blah 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 blah. But the first thing that came to my mind was my bags, my NFT bags. And I'm like, fuck, a lot of that shit has gone to zero. Like shit. Like that was like one of my biggest mistakes. Like you learn something new. This is now the next one upcoming will be my third cycle in crypto, but I've done other cycles in the stock market. And so it's just like everything is new. And like one thing that like with this cycle is like I bought a whole bunch of NFTs with the same mindset that I had in 2017, like, oh, this is like ICOs, like it's gonna stay, and that shit just crumbled. And it was like, okay, it just repeated itself just in a different way. However, so this was my thought. I'm getting to a point. I was thinking about artifacts, and I was like, when it comes to the NFTs that like and I mean, Artifact could not make it. There's a possibility. I'm not flooding Artifact, obviously, but I mean, there's a realm in crypto where like anything could fail. But with that being said, I was thinking about Artifact, like, and I was really like, it just like natural thoughts just coming, like streams of thoughts coming to me. And I was like, of any of the NFT projects that are really gonna make it, really gonna burst through, like really have the potential to actually do something. I'm not just talking about be in the spaces and be hype men or like, oh, I got this idea and talk about it and run up a coin. I'm talking about actually get it done. It's Artifact, like, and I was thinking about how like NFTs, like they're, people think of NFTs as like these pictures and these JPEGs and this, but they're not pictures and JPEGs. It's not just shoes, it's technology. And as technology progresses, we're on the leading edge of that. And I know the next thing I was thinking is like, what's kind of the next thing that's going to happen in the bull run like I'm trying to like predict multiple outcomes for the next bull run and for like the next run up when crypto becomes popular again, ETFs get approved, Bitcoin goes off the rate, off the scope, like just planetary, and then NFTs, which I personally believe, I could be completely wrong, are going to have their moment to shine after crypto has their moment to shine, like they did last time. I think that specific markets are going to do well, like gaming could have its own run just outside. Specific NFT projects for some catalyst, some adoption could have their own runs and kind of do their own thing. But just generally speaking, I think NFTs are really going to have their moments to shine and be back in the spotlight, not just because of the money, but for the technology. But let's be honest, like the money and the hype and what the gain, not just the art, draws a lot of people in, and what makes it, big, just like making profits on these shoes that you're flipping. Oh shit. Damn. These shoes that you're dropping and shit. So anyways, so I was thinking about that, and I was thinking that in this next run, like what is gonna be like the next like metas, like a meta, like this, because there's gonna be multiple ones, and like one of them, I believe, I could be wrong, I just wrote it in my little trading journal, is gonna be the Apple AR headset, and people who are building for that. So do I think that things are going to be built and be ready and set to go? Possibly, hopefully, with Artifact and other brands. But whoever is running that narrative, keep in mind narrative, not actually execution. Execution would be great, but whoever's ever running the narrative, like, again, I could be wrong. It's just an idea. A trading idea I'm having of like what I'm looking to put my money into is like whoever's going to be building things that are going to be hyping that new Apple device. I believe those are the things, or anything AR is but particularly the Apple device or Google device, AR devices. I think those are the companies that are going to do the absolute best. And then going back to Artifact, we're perfectly positioned for that. We're literally ahead of the game. So it's going to be really,
Hey,
it's going to be really interesting to see in the coming months how this all fleshes out. But like one place where I'm putting my money at and my bets at and my belief is that like whatever's built on these upcoming AR platforms are going to be the leaders of the pack for this next round.
hey, Ninja, just so you know, they've already confirmed that as soon as dev kits went out, that Artifact, I believe it was Clegg and Takashi Murakami, they were at an event. It was about, I think it was in June. I forgot what the event was, but they were being interviewed. It was right after the Apple Vision Pro was announced the very next week, and they asked Takashi Murakami what he thought. He said that he loved the technology, but he said if Steve Jobs is still alive, he would never let the device come out looking like that. He thinks it looks ugly, but he's happy about the technology. And I believe Clegg, because he was the one that was with Takashi Murakami, he said that he's really excited to get his hands on it and that the team is excited about what implications they can use using that tech. And he's going to figure out when, I don't know if he said he's going to figure out when dev techs, or he can't wait to get his hands on a dev kit of those Apple Vision Pros. So they're already on it.
Like Web3 Ninja, bro. You're absolutely Web3 is a myth, bro. Web3 is just technology that people can take advantage of. Blockchain is just a technology, is what it is. And the good thing is like I think that's how Artifact views it, as a technology for brands, for communities to take advantage of. And AR, I mean, it's also open source too, so you can have any of us can use our clones to just and go in there and do the damn thing at the AR VR, as long as Apple open sources it. And then Artifact will follow suit. I think Artifact will take its time because they got to get in compliance and stuff, and they want to do an official rollout. But you saw Dora put out there his AI clone, bro, straight up AI'd up, right? Before Artifact did it. So that's the cool thing is we can just do it and we have the tools to do it. And like to your point, is like what's gonna happen next? Like ARs, like a product. Good thing is like Artifact has their toes in every lane. Like they have their toes in the art lane, Murakami, like as to the core, they got the AR VR lane. They got the game ready. If metaverse game, if other side comes out and it's crazy, well, we can throw our files in there. Like we got our toes in every little lane, right? So it's very. And I think they did that on purpose. Like don't dive too deep in one thing and kind of do a little bit of all. And each founder represents each different lane that they're doing. And so sometimes it can be like a little bit like, what's the vision? But like when you take a step back, like that is the vision, right? And just being ready. And then you're seeing now once the physical products coming, we're in like the physical wave, which is cool. 'Cause I think that is the current meta. Like you see Pudgy Penguins getting all sorts of hype because of the delivering that physical, and we get the physicals, and now we're getting praise for that too. So now we're in the physical lane, and Artifact is like, I bet, say less, boom, boom, boom. And then when we in
But
the AR
yeah,
lane, and boom, boom, boom. So it's nice to
I
be able to do
Yo,
it.
I
Pudgy
100%
Penguins.
agree with you, Bombay. But question though, and I just gotta say it because you mentioned Pudgies. Because no, I 100% agree with you in what you say. But at the same time, and please tell me if I'm wrong, because I don't know. It's just like in again, these are just my thoughts. Maybe it's unsaid, but it's like, come on now, like Pudgies is nothing new. Like okay, woo wee, like a little
No,
pudgy
it's
thing. It's like the whole space
woo
is like, oh
wee.
my god, they
No,
delivered.
but you
It's
know
like
what though, Ninja, bro?
I
Like
would expect them to deliver.
it
You
is
know,
Yo,
something
they
new.
did deliver,
I
bro.
mean,
And I've been delivering my
Yeah.
hand for the past 20 minutes. So, yo, let me ask you guys. So, did he,
oh,
like, sort of
hold up. Did I
confirm?
fud your bag, Kuro? I just need to know if I fudded your bag because I feel like you. I saw that hand
Bro,
up, and I
you
felt
fudded my equity, bro, but it's all good. I don't care,
okay.
bro. I'm not,
I
I'm
know
not,
I'm
like,
Woo-wee.
Yo,
I'm not
stereotypical
gonna,
on
I,
like,
fudding
come at you
bags.
yo,
about,
Ninja,
like, the
I
fact
love
that they
you.
actually physically ship stuff without raising more funds or anything, right? But it is what it is. I don't even care about that. I heard that there's confirmation, sort of, kind of, that there's going to be T-shirts in stores. Are we getting white tees and black tees or what? Like, I wanted to ask, but
Woo-wee.
my car's loud, and it's fucking, it's kind of rude for
Hold
me
up. Are
to
you
come
saying
in.
are we
So
getting artifact tees or pudgy tees?
I don't care about pudgies, bro. If they make tees, I'll get some in the mail.
I
But
just
like,
wanted to clarify because I'm just trying to follow.
bro,
I don't know what Pudgy's is doing. I was just trying to jump
So
on
Ninja,
Bombay because
they're not doing anything special, but I gotta give credit when credit due. Like they did, they know they handled themselves with grace. And Luca is a very front facing founder, and I think he's good. And they just executed, like they're just
bro,
doing it and they're
he's
oh
executing
no,
doing
it.
his
so
thing out in
I'm
Asia. Do you
so
know how
Bombay.
many pudgies have been given
Bombay.
out
I'm
in
with you
Asia?
though.
Like, bro, here's the thing: is like we're in a different lane altogether. We can't even compare ourselves
That's
to
what I'm
children's
saying.
toys,
Exactly, Kuro.
right? Like,
Exactly. Like
it's a
how you
totally
compare
different
plushies
type
to
of
like
delivery here, man.
AR.
Like, if I
Yeah,
could go to the store tomorrow and buy an artifact black tee with a white blade, you know what store I'm going to be at tomorrow? The Nike store, bro. I just need to know. Are we getting T-shirts that I can wear every day? Because
Not yet,
I
not
wear
And
yet.
hey,
tees
wait,
every
for
single day,
clarification reasons though,
unless I'm taking
I did
pictures.
call on you 20 minutes ago, Carol. You weren't there, right? I called on
yeah,
you
and
No, I just
and you
couldn't
weren't there.
answer because like I was on the highway and I'm wearing one of those off-white belts and the thing is outside of the car and when I'm on the highway it goes it sounds like a machine gun like at
Bro, why
war.
you no, you not dragging your
Off
belt
white, they got
through the
Bro, the
streets?
belt's so
I can't-
freaking long, bro.
then, bro. I don't
Listen,
know what they're trying to do.
Churro, open your door and pull that belt in and then reshut it.
yes, make it a passenger, bro. Let it sit next to you. Why you dragging it down
bro,
the street? That's
give me
White
ridiculous.
a second. I'm gonna
outdoors.
do that. You guys are absolutely correct.
Yo, I want to say something about pudgies though. Like, my girlfriend knows nothing of NFTs, and like, she saw this cute video on TikTok and was like, "Yo, like this is cute. Like you're my penguin." I was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, is this Pudgies?" But yo, like the public
Nah, yo,
are like,
my girl sent me a pudgy gift
right,
too,
right,
bro.
right.
Dead
They
ass.
know nothing of Pudgies. The thing is, like, we need to bring out content and we need to pump this out on TikTok. Like, people are
Bro,
gonna
wait
notice.
for
No, this I don't
Animus.
know.
Wait
Wait.
for
I don't
Animus.
believe any of those words, man. Because we know subscribe doesn't even have a girlfriend, so that's all lies.
Bro.
Don't believe the
Wait for
hype.
Animus. If you guys think the Pudgy thing is cool, think about all of these unique characters with Murakami's art on it. The amount of art collectors that will buy these toys with Murakami's art on it for their children, man. You guys have no idea
So
what's
I'm
coming,
That's a
I'm
bro.
fact. That's a
Bro,
Okay,
fact.
the
all right,
last
fine,
time I went
Kuro. We'll
Okay.
buy more eggs. We'll
to
buy more
Basel,
eggs. We'll just
right?
buy more eggs.
It
We
was
got
like
you.
one of the first ones.
But hold on, I
It was
want to
one of
jump
the
back to the pudgies though in this
Art
TikTok
Basel.
thing.
Ninja got 50 eggs talking about we buying more eggs. Come
We
on, man.
listen. There's never
We
enough
buying
eggs.
more eggs, bro. Definitely.
Exactly. But no, hold on,
Yeah.
real quick on the pudgies again. I'm not fudding. I'm not clowning. Again, this is just like my internal thoughts, what maybe no one is saying. But like, this is not a new business. It's like creating a plushie toy and marketing on TikTok. We could do this, and I'm not. I'm
We
not
are
fudding.
going to do
I'm
this.
not.
That's
Hold on,
the
hold on,
difference, bro.
Curl. 1 second. Let me finish my thought, please. It's not a FUD, but it's to your point, Kuro. It's like we're talking about a brand artifact that is working with Murakami, that's working with all these different things, that has all this new technology, testing all this dope, super fucking dope shit that I've never personally seen before. It's new to all of us versus creating a plushie toy and marketing on TikTok. It's just two different lanes.
and
Nothing wrong
Ninja,
with it.
You are
I don't want
Yo,
super
artifact
funny
to
It's
be
today.
a
way two
TikTok
different
Tevtron's
lanes.
Futurecon is fire.
hold on,
Huh?
hold
Tevi,
on.
Tevi, you are fire, my guy. Those legs,
Tevi is fire.
you need to
Yeah.
work on the legs a little bit, but that's fire.
So Ninja, I actually, to contrary to belief, I don't want Artifact to be a TikTok kids company. That's like for doodles and pudgies. Like let them take. And this is the reason I like it, but I don't have it is because I don't resonate with it. Like I'm not a toy company. I'm a little bit more of like a mature, like high end fashion guy. So like I don't want Artifact to come out with plushies and like cute gifts on the internet. Like that's a whole different lane. Like let them take it. I was trying to be clear on that. Like I'm not really looking for that. Like I'd rather have like LeBron, New Jeans, DJ Khaled rocking Artifact gear.
Wait. That's
Seeing
the
that
reason
way.
why it comes out as a different faction. You have Animus. It's a totally different situation than what
The IP play.
CloneX is. Right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the whole point. And
right.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
As Artifact, I want them to do more luxury brand stuff like they've been doing. But
yeah,
that's how you corner the market, creating a new business that can
right.
go out and get to those people as well. And Kuro's hitting it right on the head because Murakami is going to put his stamp on it, and everybody's going to want it, just like those flower pillows that they're selling for $500, $600, $700 a pop. It's the same
That's why like
situation.
in the when you go to
But
Target, you don't buy Ash on a T-shirt. You buy Pikachu on the T-shirt, right? But when you play the video game, you want to be Ash, not Pikachu. So like
Yo,
there's
And
like
what
Bombay.
happens when you can forge your Murakami animus into real plushies or whatever? People are gonna lose their mind. Every time I see Murakami stuff, that shit is always
so
selling
would
out.
you
Like
rather have it be
crazy
a
selling
plushie
out. Crazy.
or
And
a
I'm not
figurine, like a piece of art, like
like
one of them
like
Murakami
I see people
statues?
sell like little Murakami pillows that are like knockoffs and like charge like cheap little places and charge a gang for them and people buy them. Like Murakami is like artistic viral like gear. Like people just want
Ninja, they had the Murakami flower flip flops at the Thailand night market joints, and them joints
bruh,
was selling,
I
bro.
have a Murakami skillet for my eggs. No bullshit. Like, right? I'm gonna take a picture of this shit right now. No bullshit. I bought it during the pandemic.
We can
Yeah, but
have the
that's the
I
best
have
of
a
official
Are
one
you
both
just
though.
worlds.
talking
Murakami
about a
I
pan?
see
toilet. And
people our age
you
back in
know
the
if
day
my
they'd be rocking with
painted
Sanrio with
Murakami
Nike
is real.
shoes. You know, they'd be rocking Sanrio with Nike shoes. They can rock a pudgy with artifact shoes. Like we can have a best of all world.
Yo, I'll trade a pair of my Air Force Ones for 10 Pudgies. of
Yo,
the plushie. I
I
want
hope we
the
get some
plushie.
pudgies in there. Let's get Luca in the room.
So,
Let's
so,
Dude,
but
Luca's like a
Luca
little
and
Zap,
Zap
dude.
are like
They
homies,
let
bro.
no, and I
Luca, right?
respect Luca. Listen, Luca doing his thing.
Here's
All
the
the homies.
Ninja, bro. Like they're not doing anything new. It's just they're like one of the only NFT companies that actually did it and
No, I like,
executed.
and they're like, listen, there's like levels to this shit, and not saying we're better or like higher or lower. It's just like people are doing the like Luca's a super young founder, like doing his thing. I've heard him plenty of times. Very well spoken, really understands the ethos of what this space is about, continually evolving. Like it's
Yeah,
no shade, it's no shade at
yeah.
all. It's just like
No, I think
differences.
your
I just
point was well
again,
made.
I'm also very minded in this space. Nah.
Fuck that. We miss Ninja not being around talking truth, man. Come through with the
Right.
truth,
I
bro. I
like
said the
what
Yeah,
same
I
shit
know
on
this is just
IRL
it's just these
Alpha.
are my like thank you, I appreciate that, Dre. These are just
Just
like
keep
my
it real.
unfiltered thoughts. These are my unfiltered thoughts. Like this is really what I be thinking in my brain, which I don't get to like really express all the time. And I'm definitely not saying I'm right. It's just perspective. It's just absolutely perspective. But I am very money minded and like bigger picture. And it's just because I've seen myself like you gotta understand when you see 20 30 people, because that's a realistic amount of time, saying the same thing on your timeline, you'll start to believe it, even if it's not real. You'll start to believe that shit. That shit has happened to me countless times in crypto. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great, this is amazing, and then I get duped right in with everyone else. So it's just like bigger perspective of things. It's like seeing things, understand that this is our money. It's not like this is a club where we just paid $5 a month. Like, no, we if you have any amount of money, even $100, because in the game it's a significant amount of money, especially because there's people from all around the world where $100 in the US might buy you a decent dinner, and $100 in another place is like a whole month or a couple months of someone's livelihood. So it's just, again, this is just where my thoughts are. And
Last point on Pudgies though is like I show them love because like their founders like show Artifact love. Like Luca and Zap are friends, and like Luca came out with a tweet was like, "Yo, you gotta always pay homage to Artifact," and another like their product manager team was like, "Yo, like Artifact is killing it on the street." So when I just show love when other people
You
are
guys
showing
are
love.
saying the
So
same
that's
thing.
just
I know you're such a love. And I love you, Bombay. And I'm just on one tonight, so it's not you.
No, no,
I
no,
just.
no. Don't backpedal. It's all good.
No,
We gonna
the thing
keep it
the
real.
thing that's funny is the thing that's funny is like you're not even fudding anything. So I don't even we just went on this whole like 20-30 minute of like pudgy this and but all if you summarize it, it's two different lanes. There's nothing wrong with doing plushy toys. Artifact is doing high end fashion, innovating, going to the edge of it. Pudgies chose a different lane that is bringing in money and doing the right thing for their community and for what they need. So it doesn't have to be one and the same.
I
And
have a
just
question, Tebby or whoever. Does Pud?
yeah,
Because I don't know. I really don't know. Does Pudgies or does the community profit on the sale of these plushies? I'm just curious. I have no idea.
no, they
No,
don't.
but they pay for
But
Ah.
it's
community
but it's about
events.
visibility. It's about visibility to the project, right? So the idea is if the project does well and the brand grows, it opens more opportunities for the holders to then capitalize on the IP and go and build their own thing, which makes sense, right? So again, it's different ways that they're approaching it, and it to me, again, at the end of the day, I think what you said, Ninja, is 100% on point, and Bombay is also right. But it's not one or the other. It's like both are accurate, right?
okay.
So
Let me put my real cap on. There's a reason why there's still speculation, Ninja, with Pudgies. That's why the prices and volume is there because they haven't done their airdrop or their like type of their next thing yet. So like how before Vegas there was speculation for Azuki, and before Animus there was speculation for this. They're still in speculation mode, Ninja. So right now it's a good like money play right now for Pudgies. So yeah.
I'm sorry. I hear you, Bombay. I'm sorry, but like I've decided, like there's literally not one motherfucking dollar or ether that is going into anything but Artifact. And I'm not trying to be an Artifact
So
yeah,
and
room.
Ninja,
Hold on, hold on,
that's
hold
me.
on. I knew this was gonna start some
Let's
shit. I
go.
knew this was gonna start some shit. Watch
All the
this.
way.
On Ethereum. On Ethereum. I buy other NFTs on Matic. I buy other NFTs on Solana, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going into that right now. But what I'm saying though is that like I look at the market like actual numbers, like nothing has done
well when you consider that it's holding its value from its all-time high. And that's just statistics. That's not opinion. Like nothing has.
But
Pumps
that's the
have
thing is
fallen.
like
Hold
Pudgy's
on.
hasn't.
Let me just finish the thought. Pumps have fallen, right? Obviously, apes have fallen, mutants have fallen, everything has fallen. Even Miladies were holding up their little thing until one of their devs rugged someone again, and then they dropped. And again, this is just my money mind thinking. I'm like, what is actually going to last? And it's probably Artifact. And I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I'm not saying buy any Artifact. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying like my conviction is like, okay, like I even reallocated some of my portfolio because I was like, you know what? Let me do some little balancing because like again, like if you're I'm not an artifact maxi, I have plenty of other NFTs, but if I'm looking at like what is gonna make it long term, what is gonna be the next Bitcoin of NFTs? That's what I'm honestly looking at. What's the Bitcoin of NFTs? What's the Bitcoin of fungible tokens? Like where can I have the most amount of fun and make the most amount of money? Like literally in life, that's what we want, right? Fun and money and all the other great sex and great food and you know what we want, you know.
And I'm gonna be clear too. Like I reallocated my wallet. You can look at my wallet. It's just artifact stuff. I wanted everything, and then because I just enjoy it. But the speculation is that Pudgy's hasn't had their run up yet. And so it's just a speculation, bro. That's all it is. I'm not partaking in it, bro. I got no time to do no type of trading. But you know, Ninja more than anybody. People, these motherfucking DJs they love the trade, bro. So that's just what it is. But I'm all artifact dripped up, so I'm
All
with
right.
you, bro.
Well, let me jump in, bro, because we've had an excellent conversation tonight. I wanted to end the space after Zap jumped off, just so people can go back and listen to it and not have to scrub through us talking about a whole lot of other shit. But this is reminiscent, just like Sophie said, very reminiscent to the first sneaker soapbox space, which is, I don't believe in coincidences. Everything is on divine timing, and the fact that she's here co-hosting the space tonight and the homie jumped in and had an update of everything that's happened within the ecosystem and everything that's going to happen, even dropped some alpha. It's not by chance. So I want to thank everybody for coming through, giving their opinion. Thank the man Ninja for coming through and dropping his truth bombs. We miss you, Ninja. Keep coming back with that shit, bro. We need that shit here.
Facts,
Everybody,
bro. Facts, bro.
everybody who came through, I
Yes,
appreciate you and your time. I want to give it a shout out to the co-hosts with the most, Sophie Max. I know it's late over there in NYC, and you got some other Web3 things to do tomorrow. I'm sure you got a TMZ interview or something to hop on. Shout out to the homie Pump for jumping up and co-hosting as well with us, and want to give you guys the last word. See if you had anything to say to the people.
Now you summarized it perfectly. Appreciate it. Thank you everyone for bringing the vibes and the conversation tonight. Definitely was no coincidence. It's just the universe, absorbing everything that we've been putting out to it, and we're gonna keep doing that. So appreciate everyone for coming through. Appreciate Dre for holding it down tonight, having me co-host. We're taking care of while Compound's gone, but he's gonna be jealous about tonight because he missed the good one. But there's plenty more. We're here all the time. Just want to remind anyone, in case you are in New York next Wednesday, we are having an event for the clones. So it's pinned up at the top. You can hit me up in the DMs if you want to learn more about it. It'll be at Station 3 down in FIDI. You're all welcome, clone or not, come through. But yeah, other than that, it's been a great conversation tonight. Appreciate you all.
Well, for sure. Is anybody want to say some outlandish shit right now so I can rug them?
Artifact underwear.
Ah, damn, that would be the only
I
one.
got one for you. When are you gonna make us some Murakami omelets? Because we damn sure want some Murakami omelets, waffles. Like after seeing that, you gotta give us something, Dre.
Yeah, that's
Go ahead.
definitely one
Over
I can
hard.
rug it on.
Over hard.
Ah, here we go.